real prolific. You now in tune to another EO Radio conversation.
Let's go.
We are live at ICS Records. Salute to Nexus Minotti, brother. I love you.
Great.
Appreciate you.
Shout out to Nexus.
I'm very excited. I've been looking to interview this person since I got on the scene.
Who?
We have Nico Sweet
Oh, me.
in the studio,
Stop it. You weren't talking about me.
live and direct. Now, Nico, 2023,
Yes.
it's ending. Real cool year for you.
Thank you.
Came out with an album. N64 is my jam for sure.
Oh, God. Why do I keep forgetting about Vibe Set Go? I did.
You got released a single, Respect.
Yes, I did.
Dope ass album cover, by the way, for that single.
Thank you.
Looking at this year, being a creative, being a person that, one of the things I respect about you right off the rip is that, well, I respect with any artist that I adore, is that you, when you put something out, everything that goes along with it is solid, is artistic. Like, you just don't put out a single and just pick whatever picture to put out with it. Your visuals are always ill. When you present yourself, your performances, where we're going to get into, are always fire. So looking at this year, looking at all the art you put out, all the blood, sweat, and tears, give us a little recap. How do you feel about it? Where's your mind at now as you process what you've done this year?
Okay, first of all, Bible, everything you said was like right on tier. Thank you, because I appreciate like the flowers, because that was awesome. Boy, I actually like where I'm going. The momentum, that's like my word that I've been using for the past few years. I want to keep the momentum going, and just as long as that, because I mean, sometimes you can have like your ups and downs, but if you keep a relevant momentum going, I think this is going to be awesome. Well, like, blood, sweat, and tears, be honest with you, 2021, because, you know, like, the pandemic was hard. And then right before the pandemic, we had, like, we had to, like, come up from the mud for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So it was, like, a lot of stuff going on 2019, then you got 2020, then 2021. Around 2021, like, June, if I'm not mistaken, I already had Potluck out, but I noticed that I didn't really have a lot of buzz around the song. And then I'd been asked to do a show or two, but I felt like if I'm going to come back out and y'all going to ask me for a show, what I just went through and what everybody's going through, you're going to pay me. Absolutely. So I made this thing where I'm like, I'm not going to do any more shows unless they offer me some type of budget. And just this year, for the rest of this year, bump it. I'm going to do one more year of music, and then I'm going to quit. Like, I was like, I'm done.
Oh, shit.
That's what I was
going to say that. Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do. So, because I was...
What year? You talking about this year?
2021.
2021.
Yeah.
Okay, you're like, yo, this is
shit
it. Don't pop, I'm Gucci.
I'm done, yeah, because I feel like I'm successful in all my other endeavors. And, like, if I'm reaching, you know what I'm saying, and nothing is really going where I need to, like, reality check myself and then go where I can be more fundamental. So, it ended up, like... working in my favor, because so much happened as soon as I manifest. Like, as soon as I put that out there, that affirmation, and I looked at my husband, he was like, all right, bet. I didn't even have my DJ at the time. This was just like me saying it. I had, who wasn't even my manager at the time, hit me up and was like, hey, I got this show for you at Hooch and Hive, and you're opening up for this group called, I can never remember their name. See You Soon. There you go.
That's a dope name too.
Yes, and they're like a big group, like Macavision, of like 7 people or whatever. And mind you, they're really hard. But it was me, See You Soon, and Bangarang. Like,
Bangarang's hard too.
You know what I'm saying? Bangarang is, I'm a big fan. So that to me was like, that's an awesome way to come back. The fact that I'm gonna be sharing the stage with Bangarang, and how I was introduced to them was just fan basis. Like, I met them being a fan. So I thought that was a come up. So I told him, I was like, yeah, I'll do the show. Didn't even know if I was going to get paid. It was more like exposure, because I was like, I'm going to do this exposure. It ended up being a paid show, but the show was just phenomenal. Like, Hooch and Hive isn't a big stage, but you can be really intimate with your audience.
Super intimate.
And if you know how to really serve and engage with your audience and give, because like I said, momentum is a big thing for me,
For sure.
Then you can create a moment. And that's really what I like to do. I like to create a moment when you come to my shows. And it did. Like, whoever I open up for, no matter if it's See You Soon or Alfred or whoever, I make sure that I'm going to leave you an impression. Like, I'm going to leave an impression, which creates a moment to where when you think about that night, I'm a part of your memory. I feel like that's all I need to do. You know, everything else, like, comes, you know,
Absolutely.
marketing, content, good music. quality.
Yeah, even seeing you from a distance, even the Sammy Hughes show
Oh man, that was
at
just a
the
beautiful
Ritz, right?
production.
You was sitting down. You had a whole crowd going back and forth. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that was at the
Was it the Ritz?
no, not the Ritz. That
I only saw
was,
it on video. Clips on
yeah,
video.
that was at the Tampa Day. Ugh, I can never get that name
Seemed like
right.
a great venue though.
It is. It's just like a Spanish type of name. I could look it up on my phone,
It's
but
all
I
good.
feel like
Gotcha,
that'd
gotcha.
be a,
Yeah,
yeah. I'm a come back. Well, I'll
yeah.
get
Yeah.
that name. I never get it right, but yeah, that thing was big, but it definitely wasn't the Ritz. I've never performed at the Ritz.
Oh really?
Yep.
Oh,
Never
gotcha.
been on that
So,
stage.
well, it's one hell of a it's a big stage.
I've
That's for
seen
sure.
people. I think
Yeah.
Asaru's been on there, so I've seen people hit that stage, but I've never been asked to be on that stage.
Good segue. Speaking about the stage, as I said in the intro, you've done gigs for me. I've seen you. Your performances, as you say, do leave an impact. Going into the performance, right? Kind of like an athlete gets ready, warm ups, and all this other stuff. What is like your mind space? Because you kill every fucking show I've ever seen you do.
Oh, thank you.
So what is it about you just saying, like you're saying, now that you said it, now I know, like it's intentional, it's purposeful.
Yes.
You want to leave an impact. You want to leave a memory. You want people to know, even if they don't remember a song, they remember the moment I gave them.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that important to you? Because I get into this a lot with a lot of rappers. The one thing that I feel lacks as far as progression in our culture is that unless it's a glow in the dark tour, unless it's a Tyler the Creator having like basically a set on stage,
Yeah.
hip hop as far as performance are concerned don't really get that versatile. And unless the music is insanely good and the person is insanely a good performer, most hip hop shows are boring because there's a lack of thought that goes into
Yeah,
I'm gonna
there's
have
like
a
a
set.
hype and then a down.
I'm gonna have like if a song I'm gonna have a dancers or whatever that looks like for artists.
Right.
I'm gonna feel like hip hop we're the art form that puts least into our performances. So you being a person who actually cares about your performance, why is that important to you?
Okay.
Besides leaving,
Okay. So,
you as an artist, like why is that important to you?
all right. So as an artist, like I'm just gonna like drop a name, right? Which is like corny, but I'm gonna drop it. Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
When you think of Michael, what do you think?
Yeah.
Like good music, stage performance,
Greatest performer.
greatest performer. And then if you think about his performances, then you think about all those crying little women, all those crying
Passing
men and
out.
women passing out.
Yep.
And like as like me being young and like even just because God forbid like me being able to go to a Michael Jackson concert, but I just couldn't. So watching like just the videos of him being able to perform and me feeling that like I'm witnessing somebody feel that way and they're there, and when I hear his music, oh my God, I have it's really a intimate passionate feeling. Like it's higher, it's heightened when it comes to like how I feel about music. So if I feel that way when they're performing, and the fact that I get to do this, because I didn't think I was going to be on stage performing. Like my whole plan of music period was writing. I just wanted to write. That's it. I just wanted to write
Like
for
ghost
artists.
write for artists.
Yep.
Okay.
That was it. I wanted to be behind the scenes because I didn't think that I had to offer anything. I didn't know how to perform on stage. I remember me and my best friend when we were like back in North Carolina, we were trying to like perform, like practice performing, and she used to get on me about my stance because we're girls. Yeah. Girl, why you bending like this? You act so you need to arch your back and sit up. And I would be like
more feminine?
Yes.
Gotcha.
And mind you, I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what to do. So I'm like, okay, like acting like you're young and you're just listening and stuff. But once you do what you feel like you want to do, and then if it's something you really care about, you're gonna like do it to the best of your ability. And when I touch that fucking stage, it is another me. Like I don't know, cause be real with you, I'm really nervous. Every time before a show, I'm very nervous. Anxiety through the roof.
Any artist is not artist is cat. You get to learn to control that chaos of nervousness, but everybody gets nervous.
And it's that anxiety can sometimes throw. So yeah, like the more you do shows and the more you get used to like your routine, you learn how to control it. But usually it's like okay, this is happening. And then the closer it gets, it's like, all right. And then you got people like, yo, Nico, kill it. I know you are. Pressure. Yeah. And then you're not worried about it so much because you're like, if I worry about it, then I'm going to mess up. But if I mess up, I can't mess up. But I shouldn't worry about messing up. And that's really the beauty in my performances, not caring about messing up. Because every time I mess up, people be like, I didn't even know.
Nope.
So Once I go out there, everything's blank. I don't know what I was supposed to say. I don't know what I was supposed to do. Whatever the routine was, I have a gist of it. And I can usually go off route, but it's me feeling the moment, feeling the stage and the people, recognizing where I'm at, and then just doing what I feel I know. And it usually comes out with a lot of feeling. I have all this extraness that I like to give, and it's intentional because it's me, but it's like something taken over. Like it takes over me.
Yeah. Also, you're very interactive with your crowd. I have noticed that, like, you'll shout somebody out in the crowd. You definitely interact. You're actually making eye contact with people in the crowd.
Yeah.
Even at the Love Tyler show, you were talking to, like, white girl. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man. Titties is bouncing.
Yeah. So, like, even noticing shit like that, being able to interact, most artists don't do that because they're so focused on the performance that part of the performance is just not even existent, you know? So let me ask you this. So you said 2021, you said if this don't pop, it is what it is. Does that put more pressure on you or less pressure on you?
It actually put less pressure on me.
Surprisingly, right?
Yes, because it made it like, that's throw in everything. This is your last run. You know what I'm saying? Like, you did what you could. So it's like you're accepting it. You're accepting that there's an end that's coming. So, you know what? And the fact that I'm thinking about, like, now that we're speaking about it, like, it's a mindset that I need to carry on with. But once I did that, it was like, you know what? All or nothing. Whatever. Just have fun. Do what you can. Do what you will. And it's just every step that I took after that was like a strategic move that took me somewhere else. It was like, all right, the potluck thing happened. And potluck happened with Yism hit me up and being like, yo, Tav was doing a deal on videos. I think he was doing like 250 or 300 deal for videos, which he really doesn't do because he's real good quality videos.
Sure.
So I was like, let me sit on that. So I went on ahead, hit him up. I was, Tavo, what's good? I need this. Tavo hit me up. And I was like, bird. So we talked about a video to a song that still wasn't even mixed fully. So as soon as that happened, I was like, shit, I gotta get it mixed better. So I sent it to one of my friends and was like, yo, Dap, can you mix this for me? So Dap mixed it. He mastered it. Sent it back. It sounded good. Make sure, we talked about, like, how the video treatment was going to go. I didn't even know how to do video treatment. So I'm just, like, throwing my hat in the ring and being like, okay, whatever happens. I just know I need a video. And then once we did the treatment and everything.
It's a very good treatment.
Thank you. That wasn't even the fucking treatment. The treatment was different than the video because it rained. It was raining, I think, that night, or it was cloudy. So it was supposed to be outside. Like, the whole video was supposed to be outside. It was supposed to be like a barbecue and all this stuff or whatever.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's what took it inside the apartment.
He took it inside the apartment to make sure everything was going to go. And then I just, like, I think
Was the psychedelic blue light effect always a part of it, or that wasn't there either?
Yeah, that was because we already put that in our house.
Okay,
yeah, that was already in the house. And then, like, I think the night before, because I was looking at the weather, like, yo, if this rain messed me up, I'm going to be mad. So I think that morning we got up, went and got I had a fog machine ordered. I think we went and got the juice for the fog machine. I already had, like, an idea of how I wanted the rooms to go because I had to change the whole treatment the day before.
Oh, you called it audible.
Oh, yes.
Like that.
Oh, yes.
Word.
But it came out so good. Again, Talvo is a genius.
Yeah.
So that video came out, and then the T-Pain thing happened, and that was a fucking alley-oop.
Same year.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yes, same year.
Wow.
So he ended up seeing, he listened to my song, So,
oh, yeah, I seen the video.
Right, yeah. So, like, that happened, like...
That's on his Twitch, too, right? Or whatever platform that was on.
That was on Twitch. That was on Twitch. And,
humming to it, singing to it.
Singing to it and everything. So, I think the potluck video came out in, like, I think, was it July? I did the See You Soon show in June. Potluck came out in July. The T-Pain thing happened in August. And then it was like, boom. Everybody was just like, Nico. And mind you, I'm over here like, I'm about to quit. About time September, I'm getting like a whole bunch of shows. Like,
It's
oh my
the
God.
9th month, so it's almost basically the end of the year.
You know what I'm saying?
So
and
when this is happening, is this motivation? Is
all
you
this is
saying,
motivation,
okay,
yeah.
this is meant to happen.
Oh, it's meant
to be, like, this is what's going on in your mind.
Yes. I'm like, yo, like, I'm like, look at God, because I was about to quit. So what are you trying to tell me? And then things kept coming into place. Like, I had a show where I opened up for Queen of X. This is still same year. Opened up for Queen of X. And mind you, that's my babe. But I needed a DJ for it. And at the time, Space was supposed to be like a DJ for it, but he started getting really busy. So I couldn't get Space. And I was like, I need a DJ. So I hit up my bro, Deontay. I hit up Pharaoh, Unchained.
Salute, Chicago.
Right, exactly. And he was like working, because he works on the cruise ship. Like, he spins on the cruise ships. Yeah.
Oh, that's what's
So
up.
he goes to Clearwater every
That's
Friday,
what's up.
and I think a few days out the week, and he works there. And I was like, yo, I need you to do a show. He was like, all right, he's down because we've been friends since like 2016. And I told him, I said, one day, if you take this DJ serious, you're gonna be my DJ. Like I spoke that shit. We was working at the auction, little car
power
auction.
Manifestation, man.
Bro, I'm telling you, it was just so crucial. Like once he did that one show and he liked it, I was like, yo, you want to do another one? Because I kept getting booked. And then he just became my regular DJ. And I bring that up every so often. Like, yo, we manifested this. We manifested this so hard.
So, before we start the pod, I learned that, which is again my lack of research, but you're not from Tampa.
Not from Tampa.
So, for the viewers, you're originally from North Carolina.
Yes.
So, North Carolina coming up, you were talking about this earlier, how you and your friends were practicing performance. When was the love of hip hop? If you could take it back to a moment where you said, obviously, you said you could write. Obviously,
yes.
she wants to do that.
Yeah, I've been writing since.
But when was the moment you're like, know what? Because to take the leap to say, I'm going to come down to a city, I don't know if you've ever been to Tampa before.
No, never.
City you've never been to. You're married, so that's obviously, you guys are a couple. You had a kid at this point because your kid.
Yes, I had a kid already.
So you have a family. Like, this is like, you have real life shit to do.
Yes.
So to take the leap at 2016, two things. So when was the birth you said, you know what, I want to do music? How old were you in North Carolina? Where in North Carolina are you from?
High Point. High Point. So this
Salute to High Point.
Thank you.
So High Point, Little Nico and High Point, where does the love of hip hop start?
The love of hip hop started with actual love of R&B and like any type of neo soul music. I loved anything that had a vibrato. If you sung and you had runs and a vibrato, I was on your shit. And then my dad, he played instruments, and then my brother, he sung and I sung. So I actually started out a singer.
Okay.
And doing harmonies with my brother. And then he was in hip hop. So you got like Pastor Troy and Eminem and everything Buster. And then I like Jay-Z. And then I got on like the whole Jay-Z and Nas beef. Like that was really cool when I was young.
Yeah, because you're close to my age.
You know what I'm saying?
30s.
Yes.
Okay.
So, like it's like hip hop was like very prominent. Like we're blessed.
Yeah, you're falling in love right out of the golden era into the early 2000s.
Yes, you know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Yeah,
so
great,
like
great moment.
Being a songwriter already, like doing R&B songs. So I was already in the music realm mentally. You know what I'm saying? But once hip hop came in the vibe, I was already in my own apartment. Just kind of needed something to do. I'm writing songs, but it wasn't doing anything. And I'm like, yo, I'm gonna write a rap. That's how like corny it was. I was
You're
like,
writing songs to instrumentals for R&B?
Yes, I'm doing R&B, just only R&B only, and poetry. That was my thing. I could do poetry and R&B.
But what I'm saying is, you're writing poetry and going out to perform it at this point?
No, not even performing it.
Closet artist
I'm literally
right
writing for people.
Okay,
so I would write for people, write for myself. Like I've been writing for different artists, but it'd be like friends that would sing songs, and I would be able to write for them. I was actually supposed to be in like a music group when I was like young. It's supposed to be like a girl singing thing. I was supposed to be the writer and like one of the back singers.
What's the closest major city to High Point in North Carolina?
Charlotte and Greensboro. Greensboro, North Carolina, and Charlotte, North Carolina.
We're talking what, 40 minutes away, 30 minutes, an hour?
Let's see. Greensboro is probably like 20 minutes, and then Charlotte.
Close to Metro Boston. Okay. So is there a vibrant scene at this point as far as
nope.
Okay.
No vibrant scene. No, and then all we had was like little people. Like you got Casey and JoJo that came out of there. You got Fantasia that came out of there.
Well, Casey and JoJo not little people.
Yeah.
They're pretty huge. Yeah.
They are, but it's not common. So it's kind of like when you do, it's like, oh, for real, they made it. Oh man. But then when you hear about it, you get the other stories like Lil Brother. Lil Brother's hip hop group. They came from Greensboro, North Carolina.
Dope ass,
you know what I'm saying?
Group too, yeah.
So it's like we have our peoples, but it's not like every 2 out of 5 people that, you know what I'm saying, it's literally like 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10 gets pulled.
Yeah. And then Fayetteville is very far from you guys, right? That's actually
Fayetteville is probably like about 2 hours.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And when J. Cole's blowing up, he's not in North Carolina. He's already in New York anyway.
Yes.
So it's not like J. Cole blow up from
North
Carolina.
He came back. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he went to New York, which I feel like a lot of people do. Because to be real with you, Doechii was doing everything she needed here, but she still had to leave and go to New York. I think she was in New York when she got signed. So she had to leave, too. So that happens.
So North Carolina, writing poetry, writing R&B songs. Then you said, let me write a rap.
Yeah, I just wanted to like.
You remember your first rap? Was it to
an
instrumental?
Yes, it was. It was to an instrumental. I had. It was this guy that just like. I think he was just taking. About to show my age. He was taking instrumentals off of SoundClick, and he put him on I don't care. Yeah. And he's putting it on like Little City. He gave it to me, and I'm listening to it. I had like a friend, me and my friend. We're just joking around, like, girl, I'm about to write a rap. So I wrote one and I let her hear it. And then I had a few friends from when I went to Job Corps, and those are the ones I used to write songs with. I let them hear it and they're like, yo, okay, rapping. So I'm like, all right. And I did poetry, so I didn't see it went too hard, but it was like easier. Because when you're a singer, you're using all this.
Right.
So you have to think about all these emotions and stuff. And it just, when it came to like rapping, it was easier. I could be in my bag. It came with a confidence. It was just, God, it feels good. It just felt good. And I kept doing it. And then I just noticed that, give it about like 3 weeks, I got everybody in my house writing music. Like my baby father came in, he's writing raps. My best friend, we got songs together. People who don't write were coming and like, yo, because, I was a candy lady at one point in time. So I had people come and then they would buy stuff for me.
Right.
And then they would come in like, oh, you listen to music? Yeah, what you doing? Word. And now they got a pen. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I noticed that the addiction and the fact that it was such a spread, I'm like, okay, I need to continue to do stuff with this.
And then so at that moment, when you get to know him, saying, what? Let's take a chance to move somewhere else to see if this music thing works.
Oh yeah, that was
very brave. That was very vulnerable.
Thank you. That was definitely like a I'm at the point in my life where I noticed that I had an abundance of money and I was doing something that if I get out now, I'll be safe.
Okay.
So and
that was the time. That was like,
that was the time.
The opportunity, like now is now. If it's gonna happen, it's now. And then explain, because you said it to me, we weren't recording. Why Tampa?
Oh, well, Tampa, because baby's here. So my husband is...
Shout out to hubbies.
Yes, my husband Curtis, he's been here, not born and raised, but raised, him and his family. And so is Yism. Yism's a Tampa native. Mm-hmm. So the fact that I went to Job Corps twice, I met my husband at school, and we already knew each other. So, social media...
Y'all was falling out here, because people who usually go to Job Corps usually with wild ones.
Well... Yes, no. The wild ones are the only ones that get told about Job Corps where it spreads. Job Corps is actually one of the best ways that you can like hustle and get paid, because you get paid to go to school. Okay. You don't get paid. You have to pay tuition to go to college. You know what I'm saying? Like when you are in Job Corps, you're ahead for the government, and they pay you to basically just get a trade, do something that where you can make more money. And while you're on the campus, you can create an entrepreneurial situation to where you learn and grow.
Which in this day and age too, I think it's being more evident that college is a scam. Find a trade. Find something that actually gives you more bread, not getting super in debt either. You know what I mean? And listening, ain't nothing wrong going to get a trade.
And I think that's the reason why they kind of push that Job Corps was kind of like a troublesome stuff, because a lot of people that would have to go to court, like kids that had to go to court and they didn't want to go to jail or something, they had to so they would send them to Job Corps and then they had to be watched. So we did have them, but oh no. It was the reason why I even got introduced is because my older brother went. Word. And he went on his own. Like, he graduated high school and everything and still went to Job Corps to get a trade. That's and awesome. It makes more sense because you're not held with so much debt.
No, it's ridiculous. It's insane. And you get a degree and then you can't even get a job in the degree you're getting it most of the time. But anyway, so you get to Tampa.
Yeah.
Now, people can see Nico Sweet now. Which, you're with the Sammy Hughes, you're with the Sykes, you're with the Pushers, you're sharing stages with the Creme de la Creme of Tampa, you're opening up for Lil Tyler, so forth and so on. But speak a little bit to, like you're speaking to me about breaking into the scene, being someone who gets to a new scene. Yeah. Obviously, you guys had some roots, and that helps, obviously, thank God.
Which actually did help. Yes, it did.
But still having a breakthrough. How was that, being not a Tampa native, coming to Tampa, and having to make a name for yourself?
I will say... It still is hard because you have to prove to the scene that you're here to stay. That was what became a situation for me. But I will say it's a lot of people that have to start like from scratch, from full bottom. Mm-hmm. And I was so blessed to be able to have like he Lil Wayne'd me. You know what I'm saying? Like if I am a YMCMB when it comes to Nikki, like he brought me onto the scene representing, because he already had a scene, like he had a path here. Like Yism was doing the shit, and he was still like looked at as new, but everybody knew who he was. So the fact that Macavision sort of had a name, and then you got this rowdy girl that's like just all this energy. Where is she? It helped. It helped, and we were a good group. Like everybody was lyrical, everybody had something to say, and we didn't care. So it didn't matter what you were getting. We weren't in a box. I think that's the main reason why Macavision was so like popular. But it was pretty hard because we were still looked at as a rowdy bunch, and that wasn't what was common. So you had your people who were like don't rap over your lyrics, which I get that. I get it because you have to grow. But when you're young and you just want to rap, you're not worried about your professional side. You just want to break into the scene. And that right there is already when you have people that have eyes on you, but some are biased. People have eyes on you and they like you, but they're also intimidated because they don't know what this is.
Right.
And then you just got your core fans, people who just from the jump, I like what you're doing. I'm a part of it. I support.
Yeah.
And you have to just kind of focus on that. And then the group itself, you grow as an individual artist because we weren't a label unified artist, a group. Everybody had their own sound, their own way of doing stuff. So you break out, like the fact that I was able to go into being a solo artist, and I still represent Macavision, like it's on my arm.
Oh shit! Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I have a full tattoo of,
Word.
this is it's my home. You know what I'm saying? But God, I've been so fucking blessed. Like I'm trying not to cuss. I've been so blessed. Like, oh, okay, cool, yeah. I've been so fucking blessed. Like, but I will say, like, you do get ears. You get ears and a lot of eyes to where people feel comfortable enough to want to tell you what they think your potential, or where they think your potential needs to go. So if you do this, you'll be this. If you do this, you'll be this. Like my advice with that, because it is hard to break in, just like air that shit out. You know what I'm saying? You kind of have to ignore it and go with where your heart and your gut is. Because if you listen to certain people,
again,
you know what I'm saying? Like
for real,
you have to go where your heart is, like where you think it. Because if you listen to some people, and they could actually be like kind of correct.
Yeah, you don't want to ignore wise counsel.
Right, you don't want to ignore it because they could actually be on point, seeing something from like an outer point of view. You take the gems for how they fit.
Yeah, I don't have to take 100% of what you say.
Oh yeah.
And just because I don't take 100%, that doesn't mean I can't take 20%. If the
Exactly.
20% benefits me, then why not just take the 20%?
Right.
But people will try to ignore the 100, and like you miss out. You do miss out on some gems that someone's really giving you some. But yeah, when it comes to music and art, as you're saying, I'm not trying to cut you off.
Oh no, you're
fine.
Like, we talking.
Like, everybody's gonna have an opinion.
Right.
I had to go talk to this about someone recently. It's like, at the end of the day, it's your art though. Like, you have to live with it.
You got to.
10 years from now, when you look back at it, are you gonna be regretting saying, "You know what? I wanted to do this ad lib, or I wanted to go in this direction with an album, or I want to do this with the video, and I wish I did." It's your shit. You know what I mean? So
that's my point. That was my point. Like, you take the 20, take the 25. You take what fits you. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to go and listen to some advice and you're on some stuff like, well, they know because they're here. They understand. They're here for my goodwill. And then 2 or 3 years down the line, you're like, why did I do that? I shouldn't have even done that. Like, or you realize that you are on a path that you might not have recognized yet because you're new to this. But if you would have kept going, it would work for you. And that's what I found out for me. Like, what I have been doing that I sometimes doubted, had insecurities about, people coming to me telling me that I need to like chill out on that or pull back on that or, whatever. Take what I can, but the path that I stayed on helped me recognize who I am as a rapper and what I bring to the table. Because we got so many now, you can get lost trying to figure out who you are in this industry. Am I the pretty rapper, the sexy girl rapper? Am I the hard hip hop? Am I gonna be doing like spitting bars and doing like ciphers? Or am I a songwriter? What do I go under when it comes to my genre? You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people will put you in that box, it'll confuse you and leave you stranded.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. And also, as far as success, like I always say, hip hop's like football. They call NFL a copycat sport. So when the play works in the NFL,
they copy
everybody will keep running until the defense figures it out. So
right.
you get away for like 7 games. Art, especially hip hop, isn't like you go to school for 4 years, then you go to graduate school, and then you apply for a job. It's not like another profession.
Right. Not
every one artist I remember successful had the same path.
Right.
Had the same way that they got to their success. So someone could look at something like, you should make a song like that, or you should do a video like that. Well, it's like, it worked for them, but if the shit ain't me,
then I'm not gonna do it.
I'm not gonna keep trying to fit a triangle into a square. Like, it just doesn't work for me. And you can learn like tactical things, like as far as business.
Oh yeah, I've definitely learned a little bit of the
that.
Formula, because the formula works. Like the formula, it can work if you use it with what magic you already know you bring into the table. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, like with respect was me using the formula. So the people that like respect,
smart.
I was using I don't know what camera, I was using the formula, bro. I was using the formula. This one, hey, respect. I was using that formula, like that. Hey, I think people need a song that kind of is a everybody will like this. Like you actually put strategic thought into like
For sure.
how I'm gonna make this song. A lot of them emotions. Nah, emotions. I don't need no help. Emotions. Respect. I made that on purpose.
Yo, to be successful, like for example, you're doing a song for me. I didn't make that song for it to be like, yo, go listen to the bar, son.
Right.
You know what I mean? I made the song so it could be a single that I could market to the weed crowd. So I play at weed festivals because weed's such a big culture now. They're their own culture, and you can play it as a pop song because of the vocals.
And they
and
were
like
beautiful.
could
The vocals were beautiful.
Yeah, shout out to Semi and
Yes.
Kat. But I made that song because I know I'm coming out with a record.
Oh,
and
that's
I need a
funky.
single. Like I need shit
That's
that
funky.
Soccer Mom can listen
I'm
to,
free.
and I can, a weed head can listen, a stoner can listen to, and they can be played in certain venues. That's not the makeup of the whole album, but you need songs like there's certain things you do got to do.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to be successful and a professional artist.
See, now I know I need to pull the moan back that you said you want it for the soccer moms. I'm moaning all through my verse. Ain't no soccer mom gonna want to listen to my verse with all the moans back there.
I'm pretty sure soccer moms smoke. You know
what I'm saying? They smoke, but they can't have a kid in the car. It's gotta be like the kids sleep.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Or they hear your verse and then they
Well,
kind
don't
of
fuck
turn
up.
it
Yeah,
down.
we have to
Like,
fuck up artistic. No, you want to leave these moans in. They'll be, they'll be alright. I pretty sure they'll be alright. I appreciate her mom do she moaning in the bedroom one day. You know what I mean? But yeah, so and that's another thing I was gonna say too that I respect too is that you can have the bars like you could do like the thing we was talking about impressive.
yeah.
Where you just giving them the bars, but you know how to make songs.
Yes.
So it makes sense you saying that you should do that as far as writing R&B. But that's one thing I do respect about you, that you are a song maker. Like you know how to tune in onto an emotion or whatever you're trying to convey in that song and make that song that. You're not always trying to be just one thing. And that is a very rare thing to find, especially, I won't even say underground, just in creatives in general, is that a lot of people get pigeonholed and they only want to make one type of music because maybe they found success in that one type of music.
Right, and they felt like it worked.
And it worked, and
Right.
they just feel like if they try something else. I think when I spoke to you when you were doing Vibes, you said that was your most experimental album.
Yes, it
Right?
is. Yeah,
Okay, I was
definitely.
right.
Yeah, is me wanting to like, cause I love house music. Like, period. I
thought
love
you
house
probably-
music.
I
You know what I'm
super
saying?
love house
Oh
music,
my
yeah.
god!
Birth.
Like it's a feel. It's where like you can have lyrics or not. Regardless, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna get on the floor. Like energy. It is just omitting energy and like okay, boom. I was talking to my DJ and I'm like, well, before my DJ, the person who produced the album, like he produced all the songs on the album. Shout out to Lace Beats because he definitely did his thing. when it
Lace
came
Beats?
to-
Word.
yes, Lace Beats. He every song on that album, like he made those beats.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool
Perhaps
to do
to the
that,
ass-
to be with one person.
Right.
That's dope as fuck.
And how that happened, where if I'm not mistaken, this is 2021. I'm in my bag.
You started cooking up Vibes in 2021?
Yes.
All right, hold on. Let me ask you a question. So if you're saying 2021, this is make or break, right? Because you already had a potluck. You already had I looked at your catalog. You had shit at 2020.
Yeah.
You had already shit out. So if you're saying it's make or break, you find a success September. You're already seeing that this is working. This is something you could pursue. So then after the make or break, literally, you say, let me make my most experimental shit.
See, yes, okay,
very brave.
and then mind
Very
you,
brave
I need
thing to do.
I need to make sure that I got my timeline right because my song "Hurt" came out. I want to say 2021,
Okay.
but it might have been 2020. But I want to say 2021. Like I'm gonna push for that because I wasn't doing music with Lace in 2020. I don't remember that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I remember that. Okay, so we're gonna say 2021.
Word.
Definitely, I wanted something that got people out of their seats. There was a time like TikTok and Instagram where everybody was pulling out these skates. And it was like the best thing. I love that people were coming back outside. The energy was on. It was given. And I was like, yo, we need to I need to like brighten up some music. And I'm always telling myself that I make chill music. I need something hype. So I hit up Lace. I had this song that was like really slow, Hurt. And I'm singing. So I'm like, yo, is there a way that you can Cookie Kawaii this? Because I'm listening to Cookie Kawaii at the time. Can you Cookie Kawaii this? So he checks out Cookie Kawaii. I was like, yo, the crow has to be in there. Like, you can't make a song like this and not have a crow. So he was like, all right, bet. He sends me the beat. And the beat was so hard. Like, it was one of those moments. So I was like, yo, bro, this is nasty. Like, I just can't put out one. Like, this is nice. How you mix it and everything. So I was like, come over and let's make more. So it was just a time when he would just come into the house and we would just listen to old stuff that I got and then taking like old junks and being like, yo, let's figure out a way to like, okay, we can re-record it. We can go back to the studio. We was making new stuff like Claps of the Axe Cheeks came out of nowhere. That was me, Yism, Millie, and Lace and Bay just sitting at the house acting stupid. We were looking at
Great
YouTube.
moments. I love those moments.
You know what I'm saying? Looking at YouTube, we found a sample that was like funny as shit. And while we're laughing, like I think from that video, we started like listening to the beat and started saying claps of the ass cheeks. Like we're bugging around. And they kept saying it. And I was like everything just started hitting like, yo, this is a fucking song. I'm like, y'all think I'm playing? I'm gonna make this a song. All right. I kept saying it like, I'm gonna make this a song. Y'all think I'm playing? And then I wrote it. I wrote the hook. I ended up taking a day. I wrote my verse, and then I sent it to Yism. I was like, I told you I'm gonna make this a song, and I was like, I just need a verse. So once the beat, like we ended up creating a beat around it and stuff, and Class of the Ash was a thing. So I was like, we need to make more of this and actually make it a project. And then it needed to be mixed. Time came away. Like you stop it, you work on it some more, and then I got it with my DJ and was like, yo, we need to put this out or it's not gonna come out because you know it's 2023 and this is stupid. So we worked on it, put it out. It's experimental to me because I feel like it could be better. It could. That's really it. It's me and my critique. I feel like it could be better, but I love the energy. I love the vibe.
Or when you're making it and you have to finish.
When
I'm in the studio and it's already mastered and you listen to it.
It's yeah. More of like I guess I'm like giving Kanye like when you're behind the scenes and you know how it's created, you know what you would do different. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm guessing like in a hindsight, I'm looking back like I would have did that different. And because I know, I'm already thinking like, all right, this was my experimental shit. I'm gonna do better next time. Like that's kind of how I get on my shit. I'm always getting myself like that.
Talk to me a little about Slime. Slime was dope. It was a dope concept. The
Slime
visuals
is
were
me
hard.
and my
The feature
funk.
was hard. The feature was hard as well.
Yes, Shan baby, Shan Bear. Shout out to Rubber Band Shan. That's my baby. I'm sorry I had to get loud with that, but okay, Slime was something that I wrote already, and I'm always, like I said, being like, this is a slow song, I need something hype. So I'm going through beats. And I found this one beat that was like, oh, this fits. And I'm listening to the beat, I rap the verse, and I'm listening to the beat, and the beat gets to the hook. And when I'm getting to the hook, I was like, that sounds like a song I know. That is a song I know. That's crazy. And people do that shit all the time. You know, they take like old songs and stuff. So I put my lyrics and how I did it. And I was like, this is a cool ass hook. I know I got a verse I can fit for it. So I really constructed just making it because I got songs in the notebook chilling, old stuff.
Yeah.
So once the beat matched it, I was like, now this has to be a song because it's been sitting in my phone for a minute. Hit up Shan. Because I just like her. I liked her vibe. She popped up once.
Kind of hard not to like her vibe. Yeah.
And I met her at
cool. I don't know her, but she's real cool.
Very cool. You know what I'm saying?
People. She's cool.
Love cool people. She gives Libra vibes. But I met her at Loud on 7th.
Oh wow. Okay.
Because LCD, which is the group that she's in, shout out to LCD and her manager Slater. They were performing for H and oh god, it's just names. I can't think of the names. What's Skiu? What's his name? T.O. Thank you.
Oh, you were saying ski.
Yep, see, it wasn't coming. T.O. is a part of, like, he helps out LCD, and T.O. is, like, a really prominent, like, he's a big artist, so he was on stage, and, like, they did a big thing, and then he brought us on stage and brought me on stage, so I got to meet them all. And then the fact that I just kept up with her music, and, like, she makes good music, I hit her up, and we met at a Buffalo Wild Wings and talked about like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so just ate a little bit, talked about how we would do the feature, and her team, like, they're really professional. So like we made sure we did a treatment for it, and we did a whole rollout, and you know what I'm saying? Like it was very professional, and it worked
hit that way as well.
It worked. So I mean, the thing that made Slime special, to be honest with you, is so. It's an artist named Panda that I fuck with. I call him Panda, but his name is Michael Joe May. I hope I'm not saying I'm messing his name up, but Michael He's the background vocals for Slime.
Okay.
And he's kind of like known me for a little minute. I think I known him on the scene, but he started popping on Instagram and TikTok. Him and his wife, and he was a travel nurse, and he ended up he was cool with Shan, and he's cool with like a few people in the scene. Like a lot of people know him, and he ended up being like, "Yo, I just want to come through and sit on one of your sessions." So I was a little skeptical. I was like, "I don't care, come through," and he's singing along with the song. And I'm like, bro, like you got these vocals, you know what I'm saying? So I just can you do that on there? So he's like, yeah. So he gets on there and he starts doing it. I'm like, I need you to kind of follow the lyrics. And then once he get in there, it's like we had to kind of coach him and like get the lyrics in there, but he does it. And once it's blended, Soda makes it. Shout out to Grand Bay. He does his thing and it comes out. Boom. So we're hearing it. We're like excited. We know what we're gonna do, and the song drops July, if I'm not mistaken, like July 26th, if I'm not mistaken. I think Michael passed away a week before the song dropped.
Oh wow.
And it was tough. It was either 2 weeks or a week before the song dropped. And that was tough. Yeah. He was hitting me up, excited about the song. We were talking about it like, yo, cannot wait. Wow. Shan's excited. We're excited. And then he gets sent home. And I was like, bro, shit. Illuminati. Like, first thing, Illuminati. I was like, no, has nothing to do with it. I really, really hope that the blessings that he brought onto this is like, it's all in the song. Because it's a good song. But I was like, man, I don't even know if I want to put this out. Because, I'm not trying to do any type of promotion. But I feel like he blessed it because he was so excited to put it out. Once we put it out, the song did so good. I think in a 3-day span, it already reached past 1,000 views or listeners on Spotify. So we were doing so good, and I mean it's still doing good. Like it's one of my top songs. But I think he blessed it. Like Michael blessed it. Like shout out to Panda. But I did at the video because we ended up shooting a video, and at the end of the video we have we shout out to Michael and like we gave him his angel wings and stuff like that. It's a good ass video. Everything was
super
so good.
Good video. Yeah. Shout out to Shorty that was wearing the one piece that was going from room to room.
Oh yeah, that's Jade.
She bad.
Yeah, shout out to Jade. That's my baby. Yeah, I try to like if possible, I want to always have one of my beautiful cuties that I call my friends in a video. If I can have a video and have one of my beautiful baddies in there, I feel like I've done service.
That's a good choice for a baddie.
Yes. I always hit up my beautiful friends. I'm like, can you please do a cameo in my video?
One of the things is a good segue because you have a unique way of knowing how to be aggressive and rough, but yet still being sexy at the same time. Is that conscious, or is that something that you feel like that you need to do? Being like. Kind of like going back to what you were saying when you were with your cousin, I think it was. She was like, be more feminine.
Oh, yeah, my sister, Milani.
So, fast forward now, is that something that, because right now hip-hop is changing. Women run hip-hop right now.
Right.
I mean, you have very raunchy hip-hop. You have
your conscious,
it goes either way.
Yeah.
But is that just naturally you being you, or is that conscious, or you just see, I'm too aggressive, I need to be more like, what does that look like for you?
I feel like, be honest with you, it's both. Mm-hmm. Because, naturally, I'm a Sagittarius. So,
right here too.
You know what I'm saying? I like sex. It is a thing that is natural. I have no problem with it, and I'm very passionate. So if it is an emotion and it's something I enjoy, I'm going to speak about it, and I like to be detailed. So being an artist, it just like folds. It's one and one. Mm-hmm. But me being aggressive is just me being a tomboy, mask film, like that's just my energy. Like my energy is playful. So if I feel like being a submissive, feminine female, and I want to do that, and that's what the beat's feeling, and I feel that. If I feel like hitting a beat because I just love Buster. Buster has so much energy in his songs. Like I just got a beat made by Lace. Shout out to Lace again. He just made a Buster-esque type beat for me. And, just shout out.
We were talking about this. I was like, Buster don't get enough of his flowers.
He needs more. He needs more.
Had a great run in hip hop, not just in hip hop, but being almost a spokesperson. He was in a lot of movies. Mm-hmm. People know him more than the image, sometimes more than the music.
Right.
But his contribution sometimes doesn't get enough credit. because I grew up in that era. I grew up watching him do those ill ass videos with Janet.
You know, right? And
The
that was
list
actually
goes
the
on.
album. That's the album, Extinction.
Hmm.
That's the album actually that I ended up like, yo, we ended up like listening to one of the songs. He got a song called Everybody Rise.
Yeah, yeah.
So at the end of that beat, at the end of that beat is so hard. But I'm like, yo, Lace, I wanna like do something with this. So we end up like constructing a beat. We like sampled, figured it out. The beat is so nasty. The beat is so hard. I cannot wait to write to this beat. But I'm glad that I'm able to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I never would have thought. Never would have thought. But yeah, like Busta's energy is part of the reason why I just like really love music. Like any more than that, like, cause Missy's energy, she goes in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a big fan of Tierra Whack. I love her.
Yeah, yeah.
God, but it doesn't really matter if it's feminine or masculine energy. It's just what I feel like giving, and I have all of it.
But you're in tune with it.
You know what
So
I'm saying?
you're in tune
Yeah,
with yourself.
I have all of it, and that's probably the reason why it's hard for me to just make one type of sound. So it's not, even though it is intentional that I like to make different types of music because I'm a songwriter, but it wasn't intentional with the different sounds of it. That's just what I like to do. It's just I remember when I first started writing music, I used to ask people what they think, and they used to say that like, "Yo, this song don't sound like this song. Why?" And I'd be like, "I don't know. That's just how I felt." And I used to like kind of doubt myself, like, "Should I do that?" Like, I don't know. But you keep going because
Yeah, yeah.
the SoundCloud era, dropping music on SoundCloud and getting that like gratification, that lets you know what the people want. The people let you know what songs work. So I have like, especially it was this reel or a video I saw when somebody had put a category of different Tyler the Creator songs, and he has like storyteller, hype,
Oh, it's the most
chill.
versatile ever.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And
the most versatile
and
ever.
it's
That
sometimes
Igor album came out of what the fuck?
so
Yeah.
hard. Like every one of his albums, like you know, it's
And
just
then he did a DJ drama, just spitting bars. Like,
yeah, right.
he's
You know what I'm
just
saying?
Yeah.
So
versatile, yeah.
it's like with that versatility, I think that needs to be embraced more. And I just wasn't around people at the time, and especially the time when I was really wanting to start with making music. Versatility wasn't pushed by the labels, so you didn't hear versatility. Like Kendrick, when Kendrick was coming out, he's a versatile artist, but he still was emulate, like he was like copying, doing stuff that like he liked from Wayne, and doing stuff that he liked from M. So he was still kind of using that formula and
And
copying.
using the machine too.
You know, exact.
Yeah,
So
using the machine for real.
you know what I'm saying? So like, and then the older he get, like now, like he's able to really like be as versatile to where he can put out different types of. But even with him, people were still looking at it like when Kendrick get picked on, you don't know if he's gonna talk about somebody who's about to get shot, or if he's gonna do some poetry, if he's gonna rap on something hard, if it's gonna turn into a ballad. And he used to get picked on for that. But that's versatility. Like that's
He was
versatility.
picked on for that.
Yeah, like I mean,
wow, I
it's
didn't know
all
that.
type of like YouTube videos of people just like, you know,
Oh, those
being
are
like,
just names, though.
yeah,
Yeah,
I get to see, but it's just
yeah.
like it's entertainment. Like it's
Yeah.
people trying to be funny. Like I don't look anything against it, but it's just more of a outlook or perception of how people look at versatility, and that sometimes people
Very
can
well
take
put.
it as
Very well put.
you know,
Gotcha.
they can look at it as like it's everywhere, or people can understand it as that's not that you can't put them in a box. So I think just the older I get and the more I do my music, I'm recognizing that that's a power, and it's not something I should like be mad or like look at like a hindrance.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't. I don't really know you. I met you. Thank you for doing my show. It really meant a lot. That's
Yeah.
when I first met you in
And I feel
person.
like I know you.
Um,
You know me.
didn't know you were married.
Yeah.
Being in this game, I just from the jump. Not a lot of artists I meet are married and have supportive spouses. Right? Speak on that? Speak on the benefit of that, because I find that very beautiful. You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you.
Not knowing that you were married, and then knowing you're married, and then seeing your age and seeing you doing what you've done. What's the benefit of being married, having a supportive spouse, man? Every time I see you, you're him. So
Yes,
I was
yes.
supportive.
Yes, thank you,
Which salute,
and I love
yeah.
it. Yeah, thank you. And to be real with you, he gets his salute. Like it's he gets his salutes a lot because it's a lot of people like you know the podcasts that I have done. Like they'll be like, "Yo, I really think it's a good thing," and it is because
You put him in the
a lot
verse
of
in
times.
the joint you did with me. Yeah, you put him in the verse. Yeah.
So it's like okay, so
Did
it's
an A for Bay, right? I remember. Yeah.
thank you. And you know, I like to do that. It's because that's the life I'm living. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of
it's
things when
real.
it comes to my music is a reflection of me. So I'm a storyteller.
As it should
but-
be.
Right. I'm a storyteller, but I also it's hard for me to not speak on what I know already. So I can either give affirmations and manifestations of what I want my life to be in the future, or I can talk about what I'm doing now, or I can give you what my past was, but I can't tell you what so and so did. You know what I'm saying? Like I can talk about it, but why? Why am I talking about that? That's there. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's the reason why you'll never hear me like going into a whole nother bag. Like I respect other especially female rappers, respect their bag, but just I have a way of doing things. About my hubby, me and my husband Curtis were already friends, so I think off gate that's something that really counts. So we both were doing music in its rawest form when we met. He's a freestyler and also a up and coming rapper at the time, and I did poetry. So when we met at school, I just started this poetry class that would happen after our classes were done, and it started to become really popular. So it was spreading like fucking wildfire, and he was becoming popular because shout out to Turner Job Corps. That's my family. But depending on what lunch you had, there was little smoke cans, and depending on like you had cans that you threw away food, and then you had cans for cigarettes, and they had these red can freestyles where you would go to the red can, and if you're in a cipher, you got to jump in and spit your shit. And Bay was the beatboxer slash one of the hardest freestylers there. Yeah, so like everybody, but people wouldn't start the cipher until he was done with lunch. So he would come out, and then everybody would just gather around by the tree in front of the cafeteria, and then he would start, and he's beatboxing, and people are going in, and then we had a homie, shout out to I can't think of it right now, but one of our close homies, Anthony. I'll just do that. He J Boy, thank you. J Boy ended up coming in and he beatboxed too. So then he would come in for Kurt and Kurt would spit. That's how I met him. So I'm witnessing this great freestyle guy. Like, bro, the words coming out of your mouth. Like, what is going on? And it's just me and my little poetry, just looking at the paper, and I'm a writer. So the fact that you can they're just coming out like you have no paper, you're not memorizing stuff, you just thought of that and it made sense. That is amazing to me. Like that is like magic, you know what I'm saying? So I'm witnessing magic. So I'm like, I fell in love, obviously, which is weird because I was in a relationship with somebody else, and we became friends, but it wasn't anything big. It just we became close friends. So Job Corps ends, we end up meeting up later, and we were still friends, but then we go into a talking phase once I made it a serious thing that I was going to come to Tampa and make Tampa a thing.
Word,
and
okay.
That was it after that. Like, we've been together ever since.
God bless you.
Yeah. But, I mean, it grows into that. So I feel like if our love for music, and life made it to where I can have this career and have the support that I have from my baby. So,
Word.
Yeah.
That's dope. Let me ask you this.
And one more thing. And the fact that I'm the shit. Because, nigga, if I was ass, I think I'd just be nursing. I'd be you know what I'm saying? I think I would have had to go back to school. So I'm bringing out of there, talent and consistency. That shit works.
We go with the visual next. Is he there?
Oh, yeah, he's getting the vids. He's getting the visuals.
And I don't, and sometimes I'll say this to artists, and I don't mean this to, I hope this isn't offend. You don't know me, but you know me enough to know probably my intention is not malice.
No, yeah.
I think you're probably, and it's funny because you're not from Tampa, now that I know that, but when I think of Tampa hip-hop or just music in general, you're always one of the names that I bring up, or most people bring up. Do you feel like you should be a lot bigger than what you are? And when you hear somebody say something like that, I don't... and I don't mean that from a talent perspective. Because obviously the talent's ill. It's ill as fuck. But, we want to be professional. We want to do this. We want to make a living from this, have generational wealth from it as well. It's not just about the art, because obviously you're as true to art as it could be as an artist, right?
Yeah.
But obviously that's important as well. So how do you feel when you hear somebody say something like that? Because when I look at your socials, I look at certain things, it's like, kind of surprises me that you don't have a bigger
that I'm
following.
Still locally
Is that
looked
okay
at.
to say?
Yes. Oh yeah, it's fine. I actually agree with you. I definitely look at my social media sometimes, and I am like, why isn't this working better? Like, I do have those times.
Do you feel like it's just from like a more business aspect, a marketing?
I actually
like,
honestly
team
think
or whatever.
I honestly think it's just my marketing aspect. I think that if I had the machine behind people everywhere would know, everywhere, just without a shadow of a doubt, people would know where I'm at. But I do know that it's just a time and a place, and the harder this gets for me, the more I learn. And if I would have came 2016, busting down doors, got signed off bat, I would have got shitted. I would have got scammed out here off gate.
Yeah,
I'm
fuck
really
that
glad
shit.
that I'm really glad that I'm really glad that the things that happened that created like the spaces that created the opportunities, I learned that along the way. Like the fact that I have a manager, my manager is a friend of mine. You know what I'm saying? Like we were friends before he became my manager, and he is also a prominent artist. Like he was in a band that was actually like mad famous and was going on tour for like a very long time. If you know DJ Keys.
No.
Okay, well, it's a lot of people that were going out on tour that represent from Tampa, and he did his shit for a little bit, came back, so he has a lot of connections in the world, and always like came and checked in. But basically, I know that I still have a lot to learn. Like even though a lot of things are happening for me, I feel like maybe the reason why I just haven't boomed like that is because it's not my time yet. Like I need to.
It's a very incredible place to come to as an artist.
Yeah.
And believe that. That's
Yeah,
dope.
and it's really just.
It's very self healing.
It is. It's self healing, but it's more of like a. It gives me the motivation to keep going because I know that there's a space I want to be at, and I don't want to rush it because I like everything I'm experiencing every year. Since 2021, since I made that like, all right, I'm just gonna like, just go until like go balls out and figure out how this is gonna go. Every year has been like, bitch, speak that shit. It's gonna happen. Like 2021, I didn't know things were gonna happen. Then I got with my manager and we started making plans. And then the plans was like, bet, you're gonna do Rock the Park this year. I'm gonna try to make it. And then things went wrong and then Rock the Park didn't happen. And then all of a sudden, that wasn't 2021. I think that was 2022. We talked about doing Rock the Park and doing festivals, getting Gasparilla, all this stuff. Some things happened, some didn't. So then when 2023 came around and my manager hit me up and was like, you got Rock the Park. I'm like, yo, everything that we put in, all this motion, it's working. I can't rush it because it's gonna happen. If I would have been mad that I didn't get Rock the Park the year before and been like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I wouldn't have been able to like really look at this video that I got on Facebook of a crowd of what it looked like over 300 to 500 people singing New Unity because I opened for Rock the Park. Like that shit is amazing to me. I've never had a crowd that big outside of La Tyler. Yeah. And it's like all them people, a lot of them were there for me.
The energy was right.
You know what I'm saying? The energy was love. And I'm like,
the visuals. I was there. I saw the visuals and you felt like it was like. It was, yeah. Exactly.
It was amazing.
That's the way to put it. They were there for you.
Right. And I mean, and mind you, it wasn't planned. What that wasn't planned. It was something that was a want that became a let's do it, that became a you're doing it. And when that happened, it opens more mindset to be like, well, look what you just did. All right, do that. You can do that. But 2 years ago, I wouldn't even imagine both. I would have been like, Rock the Park, what's that? Be honest with you, did not know what it was. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like just now learning that you can actually like submit into Gasparilla if you're a big enough prominent artist, right. You can actually put yourself in those doors in those places. Like it's just so much that I didn't know. And then when I'm like, so the difference between what I am and what I was just what I knew. All right, I'm ready. I'm ready to keep learning. So it's like I'm not in a rush. I'm very anxious, but I'm not in a rush.
Yeah. When I did music before, which I learned from now, is that I had this perspective that until you get to that whatever vision is of success you want to be at, you can't be happy until you get there. And now, you said something that spoke to me. Now, I enjoy the come up. I enjoy the process. I can be happy in the process.
Yes, you can.
Because if you truly believe in yourself, you know that that's not the end point. It will continue to grow.
Right.
The station is definitely a key thing with you.
Yes, it is.
It's pretty fucking dope.
Yes, it is. Thank you.
I always ask artists to come on if you could do a feature with someone dead, alive, and local. Dead, alive, and local. Who would it be?
All right. I'm glad that you said this. Okay, so boom. I'm gonna say my dad first. I wouldn't do a feature with him. I would want to write music with Michael. I would want to write music with him, like just to like peek into his brain, listen to what he got to say, how we. I want to like knowing that I'm a rapper and then be like, Michael, I know that you like Neptune beats, bro. Like the fact that like you got Drake Champs talking, like I know you like Neptune beats, so I want to hear like how you would slide on something like this. Like the fact that he wrote with Flowetry and they did Butterflies. Like I'm amazed in his writing ability. So that would be.
Flowetry did Butterflies?
Yes, Flowetry did Butterflies.
They wrote Butterflies.
Yep, Flowetry wrote Butterflies. They wrote and performed Butterflies, and then they gave it to Michael, and he, he ended up redoing it. Yes,
dope as fuck.
Definitely.
Great fucking song.
And if you listen to Butterflies, there's a secondary vocal at the end when Michael's like doing his thing. And there's another falsetto that's singing with him. That's Marsha from Flowetry. Yeah. So she even made it on the song where he sang it,
which is incredible. So.
Right. So that what I'm saying, because I love songwriting. So boom, you got Michael, dead. Michael. I should have picked Aaliyah. Damn. All right. That's done. That's passing done.
I saw Aaliyah. She came to my elementary school.
Really?
Yeah. She performed at my elementary school.
Oh, she's such a darling.
One of the most beautiful human beings I think ever created.
I believe it. Yeah, so like it really, if it wasn't Michael, it'd be Aaliyah. I would want to like write with her, like just sing with her and just see what her writing ability is. So I do that. So like let's see, like somebody alive that I want to work with that's like a celebrity. Boy, we're aiming for Tierra Whack.
Okay.
I would really love for Tierra Whack to mess with me. Yeah, like I've been like digging on her radar. Like she knows I exist.
I'm sure.
I know she knows. Yes, like she. I had an interview that I did. I think like maybe. I want to say 2 years ago. No, it's the Sam Hughes show last year. So I did the Sam Hughes show, and I ended up getting an interview. My homie Kim Bay, he had a platform, so he interviewed me, and I brought up Tierra Whack. And then I made a reel out of it, and I tagged her. And then she saw that shit, and she liked it. And I was like, "Yo, Rich, I got you." So yeah, I've been on her. I've been on her radar ever since. So I feel like I just need to keep working and let her know that I'm not just a person that's just trying to be on her radar, but I actually want to work with her. Like I want to. You know what I'm saying? We authentically get cool, and I figure out that you're a fucking goofball, and then we write music together, and then you slide me like ideas, and I literally be like, yeah, bitch, I like that shit. And then you send me songs that you're thinking of doing, and I'm like, ugh, okay, yeah, do that. Like I want that friendship with her. So, but so Tierra Whack, and then like local. All right, I'm gonna be honest.
I hope so.
Yeah. I am not really big on hopping on local people's dick. So it's really hard for me to speak about people I want to work with locally.
I mean, there's a lot of local artists that are pretty incredible.
Yes, but for some reason I've never been the person that was like, I want to work with that person so bad.
Right. But I don't got to be from that perspective, though.
I can't help it. I can't help it. Right. I just can't help it. It's just it's in a way that's how it feels.
Secret admirers out there that you fuck with their music?
Oh, I'm a fan of a lot of big people.
So like, you won't answer that one. This is fine. Give me some artists that are worthy of you even mentioning that you admire their music.
Oh man,
that some people might not know.
Oh, people don't know? Shit.
There's a lot of talent in Tampa. Like me, I mean, I know I mentioned to you before, I think it would be pretty fucking dope if you did a song with Serena.
Yeah. I love DNA. Me and DNA have conversations all the time. We will never get a feature until DNA takes what she does serious.
Gotcha.
And that's just it.
That's the same word. Her name's DNA?
Oh, that's her old name.
Oh, gotcha.
Her old name used to be 813 DNA.
Oh, wow. Also, you know her for a minute now.
Mm-hmm. I know her before the baby.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's my girl. You know what I'm saying? Talent. She's very hard.
Versatile.
And versatile, which I'm proud of her for, because whenever she was in Tampa, she was surrounded by people that was trying to tell her that she couldn't be versatile, that she needed to only do the hard style that she goes for, and then she still had a lot of room to grow. Like she knows that she needed to work on her stage performance. She know that it was a lot of things that she wanted to put into effect, but it has to be an effect though. Like you can put out a song, your song can be dope, fine. You can have a feature with a person that's a big name, fine. But momentum and relevancy is a part of our artistry. It is just a part of it. You know, if
Dig in a little more into that.
so, and I was about to give an example. So I was about to give an example. Like, okay, boom.
So that's some gems right here.
Yeah. So, okay, I always use Vincent because Vincent Van Gogh is like a cool ass person. Vincent Van Gogh was doing art before he cut the ear.
Oh, you mean the literal Vincent Van Gogh? Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. I thought that was
No. So it's just I like to use him for an example.
Yeah.
Vincent Van Gogh was doing art before he cut the ear off. We didn't really know who he was until he cut the ear off. That's what made him famous. But he continued to make art until he died. He could have just stopped at the ear.
Right.
That was it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the fact that you choose to continue to put out regardless of what's going on. This nigga lost the ear.
Yeah.
He still put out art.
Yeah.
He still continued regardless to make sure that you knew that this is what I represent in the world. That's important. Life is going to be life. It's going to be life. It's going to happen. It's just going to happen.
But that's more the person, though, that has a real passion for it, though.
And
right?
that passion can be an extreme, and it can actually make or break you. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of people who can argue you down about how passionate they are about their talent.
Right.
Argue you down. Like, we're just talking about DNA. We both know that she is an undeniable talent. But until she recognizes how talented she is, what she herself brings to the table, she's going to keep letting life jump in front of her career. That is
I don't know Shorty. I mean, I just know her literally as
but
art.
that's
You know
that's
her,
it though. Like, because me and her friends, so
Yeah.
that's it. Like, that's the reason why, like, when you say, like, we should work together, that's the reason why we haven't had a song out yet. I've known her for a minute. Why don't we have a song?
Right,
But it's because you have to continuously put stuff out. You can't think just because you can rap good and you got a song out that's all you need to do.
I always tell artists, like diet, like being healthy is 80-20. It's 20% working out, 80 diet. I know I'm fat fuck. I'm not trying to give diet advice out here, but I'm saying as far as artistry, unfortunately, it's 80-20. It's 20% talent, 80% hustle. That's why we know a lot of whack artists that make it, and salute to them for their hustle, because they had the hustle.
They had the hustle. You know what I'm saying? And that's true.
Simple.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
And then now that you have the basic work in your hands where you can do it from home. It's you know,
there's no
remote.
DIY, you can do anything.
Exactly. You can
do
just
anything
YouTube
off
University.
You need a computer anymore.
Exactly. So now that it's more in your hands and in your face, you got what, like I was saying earlier, you got what would have been a 1 out of 10 people making it. Now you have 8 out of 10. So you really have to show what you bring to this table. Why am I different from all the other people that basically sound like me? You know what I'm saying? Ooh, don't nobody sound like me. Bet. Why? Why don't they sound like you? What are you doing? What exactly is it? What are you talking about? I'm talking about that. Bet. Does it work for your brand? Is it marketable? You know what I'm saying? Now that you know it's marketable, how are you going to market it? Where's your money coming in at? Like, what are you using that turns into the investment that pays for those things so you can be a constant? All of that matters. There are a lot of people, friends even, that are in this industry that feel like some of that matters. All of it matters.
Oh, for sure.
Like, all of it.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And then more, because since the industry is an art, which is a man-created thing, you have people that don't create art with their hands in it. So they're changing the rules too. So you have to, like, learn the business on top of stay authentic, on top of being accepted with learning to reinvent yourself. You're okay with that because time changes. You're choosing this art. You know it's going to change. Don't get mad if things ain't the same. Fix it. Fix it. Lil Wayne has been here how long?
Yeah,
You know,
fucking like 10, 12.
he's still dropping verses.
Yeah.
Still to this
Fire,
day.
too. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hard.
Like, it's
And
it's
I'm not necessarily a
important.
Lil Wayne fan either. But
Oh yeah, I love Lil Wayne.
he has so much of a catalog that how could you not find something that you like?
Yeah, and then I feel like it's nothing
he has
wrong with
songs
copy.
permanently on my playlist, and
Right,
I'm
and
not
it's
even
there.
a true fan, should I say? You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? Not saying he's obviously.
No, he's not
really
whack.
fucking
You know,
Wayne,
but
you know what I
he has a
But I'm
formula
saying,
too.
but I have like 4 or 5 songs he made that are undeniably will always be on my playlist.
Yeah.
I'm not even a true fan of his, you know. I like to always put a little bit of a mental health aspect of this. Me personally, I've been dealing with forgiveness a lot lately.
Oh, I don't.
I used to be a pastor 10 years, so forgiveness has always been a part of my life. Understanding forgiveness, that's the core of the Christian faith, is forgiveness. So I'm not new to it, But being in a new industry, building a brand and an empire, and having relationships that don't work out, that's just a natural part of this game. If you're getting into this game, look, it happens. You really can't get offended anymore when someone is not who they say they are or something doesn't work out, right?
Facts.
When you hear the word forgiveness, we're going into a new year, new beginnings. You're an artist. And sometimes we hear the word forgiveness and we feel like it's something that we did guilty.
Right.
Sometimes it's just us forgiving someone even though we were in the right. You know what I'm saying? So when you hear the word forgiveness in your personal life, what comes to mind? What importance do you put on it? Why is it important to forgive? I know it's an out of nowhere question.
Oh, I mean, it's actually a good question. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're making me, like, be honest because I wasn't prepared. Like, we didn't talk about this beforehand. So, as a Sagittarius does, I'm still in my petty mood. So, I ain't forgiving nobody right now. To be completely honest with
That
you,
is hilarious.
like this little
I thought she was gonna get deep. She's like, fuck that shit.
like, be real with you, bro. I'm in my let go era. So
Well, that's a form of forgiveness.
It is, but it's not. I haven't forgave you yet.
Okay.
I just don't want to deal with it. That's where I'm at. I might not have gotten to that point where I'm actually looking at you and I'm like, I fuck with you now, because it's people on the scene that if they're not my friend, they know. And you can't help that as a Sagittarius. You just can't. Like, people know when
Brutal
you don't
honesty,
fuck with them.
We're brutally honest.
And you can't help
and
it.
You don't hide your emotions. Yeah.
And we can't help that either. Yeah, we
can't
can't help that either. But it's more of like, and you wear it. You wear it proudly once you realize that, like, it's a thing that, can help you out. So
let me give you this, right? To give you some, so maybe help you with some food of thought.
Yeah.
This is from I believe in mentorship. I have a mentor. I always had a mentor my whole life. It's benefited me a lot. I had a betrayal happen recently, and he's been through a lot of betrayal in his career.
Yeah.
So I wrote him. I was like, I know you're giving some uplifting shit, but like, how did you overcome betrayal? Blah 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 blah. Right? And he wrote this to me. It's part of what he wrote. He said, I often ask, how do I forgive? I don't know. I actually did. In some ways, I think only God knows how to forgive. I almost saw it as something they were owed, and I was indebted to give them something I could barely give myself.
Facts.
I do know this much, and this is not gospel, but it is my experience. I stopped feeling the depth to forgive, and I simply said, they do not need my forgiveness. What could they possibly do with my forgiveness? It's worthless. They need God's forgiveness, and if they truly receive that, they return and own what they did. At that point, I accept their repentance and healing and share that I too have received the same from God. Forgiveness is a personal thing between us and God. That being said, I never want those people in my life again. They mistreated the old version of me, and the wiser version says they could very well be repeat offenders. Plus, in this new version of my life, there's no room for them. Yes, it's personal. It's all about being a better steward of me as a person. It's 100% personal.
Bible.
That was a quick little snippet that he gave.
Bible.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is how I feel to the T. That is basically how I feel to the T. I only, well, no, because I don't want to say I enjoy the room that I have where space and love and authenticity is a thing. It's really important to me. So if I do have people in my life, which I do, that I am not in a forgiving space at the moment, I try not to let it go over my head. It's more of like that happened. You're over there. I'm over here. Good grace. Good grace. Like, that's good. But I don't want to have it, like, run. Because a lot of times I use it, like, I had songs where I've written from those type of spaces. And then I'm performing those songs. And the songs are doing, like, really good for me. So somewhere along the lines, I had to have turned that fear, that I'm trying to make sure I say this word right. The fear that hit my amygdala that ended up creating a moment where I'm like, I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? I turned that into pleasure. It was a dopamine that ended up turning into something that it was pleasurable for me because the song is working. So maybe in that, just like you said, forgiveness just happened. But you'll never be in that space with me again. that's something that, you know what I'm saying, that you just won't. But when you come around me, I'm still gonna smile. You know what I'm saying? You don't disrupt my order. You don't disrupt my aura. But
yeah, you won't control my feelings.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
No space in this.
Yeah, but I remember things so vivid. So you know what I'm saying? I have no problem being like, there was a time. So that's the reason why I'm standing over here. The reason why I'm not doing this thing, and the reason why I'm not working with this person.
And that's something you got to grow into. Or that was always you.
That's always me.
That's dope.
Yeah, that's always me. Like, but you do have, like, you still got balance. You still got, like, unbalance and balance where, like, depending on the extremities of the hurt, you know what I'm saying? So I can't say that I'm a perfect person that just understands. Like, I still have my petty moments. I still have my unforgiving moments when I need to forgive myself. And times when, that's where, like, the let go feels so good. Because it's like, do you really want to hold on to that? Like, is that something that you really want to hold on to? Look at the blessings. Look at what's going on. Don't worry about that. Just whatever. If it comes up again, you'll handle it when it comes up. But put your focus somewhere else, because I really believe in energy. And if I put too much energy into something, it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out of something. And I'm not gonna want it.
And especially in your life, one of the themes is manifestation. You've seen the power of what you're able to do.
Yes.
Spiritually.
Yes.
Actually coming to life. So there's power to that, man. It's pretty fucking cool. I could talk to you forever. I've always enjoyed talking to you, your aura, your energy.
Thank you.
Let's end it with
We're ending? Have we been talking an hour?
It's probably been like an hour and a half.
Shut up!
What's the time, Nexus?
It's 9:31.
No, the time on the video. I promise you it's more than an hour.
Well, I mean, we got here at 8. We started a little bit after 8.
Yeah, it's probably like an hour.
It's crazy.
We
can still wrap it up. It's just I'm over here like it hasn't been an hour yet. Like we're just talking. It hasn't been an hour yet.
Going to some more things. So going into 2024, you said management. Are you excited about? Are you cooking up some shit already that you want to release?
I have.
And then as a
so
brand,
much.
What are we expecting? Is there touring coming? Is there?
Yes, I have
merch?
so much music coming. I've been back and forth for like years on coming out with projects because I'm like the single queen. I'll drop a single on you real quick and like rock with that single. And I noticed that I like the fact that I've been able to use the music that I've been able to create, like put on like shows and stuff like that. But I feel like I'm ready for new music. I don't want to perform in Tampa again with the same old bag. So
can I speak to you about that? You being an art, because I said this when I got into this. I said this because I say it's an artist that I work with.
Yeah.
Tampa, it's easy to be a big fish in a small pond.
Facts.
Oversaturation, huh?
117.
You see it twice, man.
Okay.
So, oversaturation is a thing.
Yes, it is.
So I told my artists, and when people hear this and they're like, "Well, who's this guy?" When I say I'm successful in music, all I'm saying is that I did music for a living and I paid my bills off it. You know what I mean? And I was back in the day where you still sold physical copies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was touring, selling physical copies. I was doing well for myself. That's what I mean. So I'm not trying to act like I got the Grammys or whatever. So I don't want nobody to get that impression on me either. You know what I mean? But being able to tour is key. In music, you make money off merch and touring.
Yes.
That's not a secret. If it was to you, you're welcome. So I tell my artists, if you want to be big in Tampa, you're only going to make moves to be big in Tampa. And once you conquer the scene, play at a Crowbar, play whatever shows that there is, where you're going to do that in a year 30 times, people are going to get tired of fucking listening to your music.
They are.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're not making moves to be regional, if you're not making moves to Jacksonville, Orlando, Fort Lauderdale, then after that you make moves to be country regional, you know, whatever, North Carolina, South Carolina, and so on, then you become national. But if you're not thinking that way and making moves to be that way, you're always going to be a local artist.
Exactly.
And you're not going to make the bread to sustain it.
Right.
So then that means you
because
stop
the
doing
momentum
music
dies down.
because you got them. Yeah, exactly. And then you got real life. You got to pay bills, and then the bye bye.
Right.
You've seen it come and go plenty of fucking times, right?
Yeah, you're right.
So, you being a person who I don't even know how I got on this rant, but you being a person who is a big artist in Tampa. I mean, there's no denying that. You know what I mean? And there is an upper echelon, a creme de la creme in different aspects. And like the more hood, you got the Tebe Bays and the Buck Socials and those guys.
And the famous Kid Bricks and stuff.
And then you got the heavy lyrics and the Chris Streets and the Pusha Preems, and then you got like the Sammy Hughes, and I think not that the music is the same, but you kind of fall in the area with the Sammy Hughes and that crowd and shit like that, right? So you're in the upper echelons of Tampa.
Yeah.
Right? Which is Yo, salute, because that's not an easy thing to do either. I'm not knocking anyone who's just being
Oh
able
yeah,
to
thank
be
you.
sent.
I actually understand
Because
what you
there's
mean.
people who pay their bills and who've been local artists, and that's dope as fuck. If you can live off your art, that's always the fucking goal, right?
Yeah.
But you being who you are, how is it important? How important is it to you to not just end up being a Tampa artist
Oh well,
or the
because you can feel it.
Tampa Bay artist?
I get
right?
you, like, cause you can feel it. Like,
Smell
I don't
good, man.
I don't think anybody. Well, I mean, there are some people that nowadays, if they can make money off their music, then they feel successful, and I mean, like, all to it. That's
Right.
that's good. But for me, I really fell in love with doing shows. I love doing shows. Like, it is just something to me. If I could just be satisfied with putting out music and then putting out a video, then I would do that. But I can't because I'm not satisfied with that. I love the actual interaction with people. You know what I'm saying? Engagement
That's
with
very
seeing.
obvious.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
So like
You're a
the
natural
next.
performer.
Thank you. So like going on tour would be the next move, and that's actually you're speaking my plans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we'll speak that as the plan was to definitely start being more regional 2024 and like nothing but that. So regional and outside of the state, like going and hitting that, like killing the fuck out of East Coast.
Right.
And
I tell people too, like, you don't gotta try to do a 30-city tour. Right
no,
off the
you
bat.
don't. Like
Do a
what
fucking
you
4-city tour.
what do you
4-city tour and see
do
what
is like
happens, man.
what do you do is, and then what I'm actually gonna do. A lot of people will want to do a tour. The word tour really kind of fucks with people, and touring is really just being able to go in a certain area of people, make it like 4 or 5 different areas where you can spread your news. You know what I'm saying? So people, they used to do that with like a man and a horse, and he used to just go around telling people the shit they need to know. So that's really what a tour is, just letting people know in a mass way, hey, I have this song, listen to it, and on top of that, I have this merch, listen to it.
Yeah.
So it's really the plan of, if social media was to just like shit and how the hell are you gonna get people to hear your music? You know what I'm saying? Like, getting on the streets is still a thing that you can do. Like, I really, my whole plan is,
Teams is real.
you know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like, my whole
that,
plan
yeah.
is really just like getting on the road. I can call it a tour all day, but I have no problem doing like I book a week and I get to New York on Friday, and then I
Oh,
come
that
home.
part.
I come home to Tampa,
Yeah.
and then give it like 2 more weeks, and there's a show in Atlanta, and then I do Atlanta, and I come back home, and then like literally a month go by. That month I'm recording and I'm in the studio,
Yeah.
and then the month after that I have a show in Kentucky or some shit like that. That's what I want to me.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't have to be, oh shit, she's been killing it the whole month and she just did Orlando and Miami. Nah, because life can't match you like that sometimes. Sometimes you gotta wait a week or 2 because you got rent.
Yo, gems. Who's listening?
You know what I'm saying?
Is fucking gems.
Right. So it's like
Let me ask you this. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
well, I was just saying, like, basically it's just doing what works for you, but making sure that you continue to grow and top yourself. You know what I'm saying? I said pause. But make sure that you raise to your potential and then try to beat that. You are your own competition. You know what I'm saying? I think that's like the most beautiful thing.
Saying that you want to go into doing projects.
Yeah.
Thinking about that, is your touring, or when you do perform elsewhere, is it going to be conceptual around like the actual album moving forward, like whatever 2-3 years from now?
Well,
'Cause
my
I
plan
love
is
conceptual. I love anything conceptual. Like when I look at people's career, which I think is something that's lost
Yeah.
in hip hop. Like when I look at a Kanye. If you don't like Kanye, I don't give a fuck. You go fuck yourself. He gave me like 4 classic albums. I don't give a fuck if you like him. I'm from Chicago. He's a god to
I
me.
love Kanye.
But Kanye did Graduation, Dropout, Soar from For Soar.
Yeah.
He had The Bear. It's conceptual. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like conceptual artists. It's kind of lost on me. Kid Cudi's one of my favorite. He's a conceptual artist. You know what I mean? So when I go even see him tour, merge, everything's surrounded by
It makes
music,
sense.
the art,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. So it
And I
kind of
look
like
forward
goes back
it.
to the brand.
Right.
Mind you, even with that, even and you know the fact that we love Kanye, you know that still came with like a team that understood that bear was a thing.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
so trying to do
But that's
that.
the genius of being able to have a team. That's
Yes,
dope, you
and
know what I mean?
that's really it.
Yeah.
I'm doing that, but I'm doing that like on my own, trying to figure out how to like, okay, what look works and how can I create something that's kind of like a Easter egg that you can always connect
See,
to,
that's
no
dope.
matter. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
dope.
but that has to be created.
Yeah.
And if you don't have the team, and you don't know how to do that, just like I think I was hearing Doja in an interview when Doja Cat was like, there isn't a playbook to being an artist. So we're all just kind of learning and going off of our gusto of like what I think is gonna work,
Yeah.
and hoping that it sticks. So
Absolutely.
that's really it. And I'm hoping that my authentic look is what becomes my brand. To be honest with you, like this is really me speaking like from the heart. Um, I am not a flashy person. I like to be comfortable, and when I'm on stage, that's my home. Like I feel like I've either walked into your homes or you've walked in my home. Regardless, I'm in my comfortable state. And you're going to get my emotions, which I usually give when I'm in a comfortable state. And especially if you want to feel safe.
Right.
Now, if I'm erratic emotionally, you know what I'm saying, and you don't need to be seeing that because that means I'm really either angry, really sad, really happy. That's crack. You know what I'm saying? That's not cool. So if I'm at home and I'm in my comfortable state, I want to look like it. You know what I'm saying? Because I sweat. I sometimes act around and I play. I goof around. I joke. So I don't want to be doing that shit in some tight ass leather outfit or worrying about the fact that my lashes come off.
Right,
Because I
right.
just did Hooch and Hive, and we opened up for Alfred Banks. Shout out to Alfred. And by the time I ended my show, one of my lashes were like hanging like this. And you know, that's cute, but it's not. But do I give a fuck? I don't need to. Because if I do, I'm gonna be worried about the glue and then my next show and rah
It's not really
rah.
important, basically,
And
right?
it's not
Yeah.
when people are like, your show is so good, you're so electrifying. Ooh, girl, you feisty. I can't wait to see you again. Like, yo, fuck it. Like, if it happens, fuck it. I take the lash off. I tell people, bitch, I'm about to take this lash off. Like, but
That's
it's a
freeing that doesn't have to be part of your brand, right?
it,
Almost.
and that's what I want. And if I could get with somebody that can help me make that a look, I'll pay them. Because I know what I am and I know what I want to give, but I don't know what that looks like yet. And, you know, that might be a part of my journey too, where I figure it out by the time like I'm on the road. Because me and my manager, we really trying to get like Afro punk. Like I want to get on Rolling Loud. I want to get to that point where people are like, oh shit, you can make it a Rolling Loud. Because
Salute to
everybody
Gas.
feels,
Gas
yeah,
in the Bay.
Gas is doing that. Barely Legal is doing that. Fucking Sherelle is doing that shit. And I mean, that's all their path. Bless it to them. But, you know, I got shit I want to do too. So I'm trying to make sure that, because on top of that, you can know what you want and do everything that you think is right. But everybody out there still has a box. Rolling Loud still has a box. They have a look. You know what I'm saying? All these festivals, they
They
have a
product
look.
they have to sell.
Right,
They have a consumer
exactly.
that wants that product.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to recognize that you are a product. We are a brand. And because we are a product, we created this product. Bet. But now you have to look at this product and then be like, as me being a product, how do I fit in their world of product? You know what I'm saying? And do I fit? Can I be there? Well, obviously I'm a rapper. I can be there. But no, do you fit? And if you don't fit, but that's where you want to go, figure out a way to make your ass fit. Like, figure it out. Figure out what...
Or build a door and just break it down yourself.
You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, a lot of people do that. They can build a door. Like, boom, I want to get on Rolling Loud, but I've never been on a festival before. So I know last year, Lost in St. Pete was a festival. I just did Symphonic.
Which looked dope, too. I ain't gonna lie.
You know,
Lost in St. Pete.
Lost in St. Pete did really good.
Sid was there, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like Lost in St. Pete did their festival. I think I did theirs 2 in a row. Symphonic did their Waves of the Bay, which was a festival, and they killed Crowbar. They shut down Crowbar, and and I think I did like a cute little festival in Melbourne. But those experiences was like the mini experience of what I want to feel whenever I get on that big Rolling Loud stage.
Come on.
But if it wasn't for me doing that, I wouldn't have the feeling in the first place. So it's like those doors will open, bet, but I feel like it's still not Rolling Loud.
Yeah.
And that's where I want to be. And past that, once I hit Rolling Loud, I'm be like, huh, so Coachella kind of feels like this, huh? And I'm be like, what's next? And then
Yeah.
that's how I think. That's how I eat. Like
Yeah.
it's
and
it's
also
exciting.
too, as an artist, most people don't. If you've never been on tour, people don't realize like the mental and physical taxation that it is.
Oh yes,
Going city to city, eating shitty.
You
food,
gotta invest.
being,
Yes.
being uncomfortable,
laying in shitty stuff. and
having to do a show when you don't want to do a show that makes you a professional.
Right, exactly. Or doing a show and then realizing while you're there, you need to find many open mics to keep yourself relevant and keep yourself in practice. Like I sleeping in cars, I can't wait.
Right.
I cannot wait to get on this tour shit. I cannot wait. That is for real.
That's dope.
But the main plan basically is to Start getting out. No, like anything to Tampa. Tampa is love. I love y'all to death, but y'all are gonna get tired of me. Y'all are gonna get so tired of me. So I have to like disappear for a minute, and y'all need to miss me, and I'm so good for that. I think we as Sagittarius, we just like to do that. But I want to get on the road. I'm working on merch. I'm looking for a local merch person. And so how I look at you. I'm looking for more of a local. I actually wanted to work with. See,
business partner.
I wanted to work with a Debonair District, but I just haven't talking to my guy yet. But I'm looking at different places where I can, because I already have designs. I already have like a merch brand. You know what I'm saying? Mother Coat. And
that's dope, Mother Coat. I like the name.
Yeah, thank you. And I've been pushing Mother Coat for like maybe since 2019. I think I made Mother Coat 2019. I had an album called Blunt Lips, and I ended up making a Blunt Lips what would you call that, collection,
right,
that was under Mother Coat. Yeah. And people were buying it, like they had money, like people was getting all type of stuff for merch. But I didn't like the fact that I'm with Teespring, and they take so much of the percentage of your money.
I was gonna say
you know what I'm saying? And it hurts. Yeah. And it's like you have merch and you're able to get it created. But I'm like, now that I know what all I need to do, I need to get with somebody to where I can go get the bulk, and I have like my designs, and I'm like, here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
press that.
It's just sacrifice. Like with my business partner, I love. He started recently, but delegation is a super weapon if you know how to use it right and you have the right people to trust.
Yeah.
So I'll make my designs. Like I designed this sweater, right? Or I designed my logos and other shit. But I don't got the time to figure out bulk sweaters and all this other shit, right? I just want to make the design because I still got to do a podcast, still got to work on, making music, still got to work on how that looks, and I do my own promotion, what the show looks like. I got to do a bunch of other shit, so I can't focus on. So I have a business partner, thank God, that I just give him the designs. He makes some designs because I trust him, as well.
Yeah.
And we come up with a percentage that we both feel is fair, and then I just got to worry about designs. And I don't mind giving someone their percentage if it makes sense and it's right.
Yeah, facts.
You get what I'm saying? But that merch world is the bread and butter, though. So once you figure it out and we're someone comfortable and you get a good team around you.
Kinda. Because I haven't sold a inch of physical, like, on me merch yet. And my shows are
for real
tasty.
Yo, get the fuck. You haven't sold no merch at all?
And
you have like a merch table?
I haven't been able to physically have merch yet.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, because that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for like someone where I can work with them and have it like, out the trunk. Like, yo, I got like 5 tees right now. But when you do it on Teespring, you gotta like basically make the so I need that. But even though I haven't had merch, my shows, I have a sustainable career and I'm making money off of it. It's very lucrative.
Yeah.
And so I know that the merch is bread and butter, but god damn it, the money you make off tour.
Yeah, what you get?
Jesus, it's just once you know how to invest in yourself, bruh.
Bro, Waka Flocka says every time he drives merch, he makes $2 million automatic.
Oh yeah, so I can't wait until I have merch with the fact that like you need to pay me for performing.
Look at Griselda. Griselda, they got more famous. Griselda's
West
Side Gun. West Side Gun got more famous off his merch. That really helped them become where they're at. Now they're dope. Benny the Butcher, Connie Trina are fucking insane rappers. Yeah,
that's a lot of people thought that I was trying to do West Side Gun impressions off Potluck because of the ad libs. Yeah,
that's a little too much. They need to relax.
It was funny. That's kind of how I was introduced.
But if you could tap into, because sometimes that travels faster. I don't say speaks.
Yeah.
But sometimes a product could travel faster than your music sometimes. There's nothing wrong with that either.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's just good. It's
if they like your sweater or your hat, and then they get introduced to your music, it's all encompassing. It's all in one. It's good for business, Yeah. But Mother Coat, okay. Yeah. Do you have a logo for it?
Yeah, I got a logo for Mother Coat, and also just all the collections that's under that. Like, it's got a website and everything, but I just stopped pushing it because I want to step away from Teespring. I don't like how they're charging my customers.
No, there's one much more avenues.
Yeah, I do not like how Teespring charges. It is stupid. And then the money, like the little bit that they give you after you done made like 4 or 5 sales, it's like, nah.
No, it's the equivalent of Spotify or a streaming platform that takes all
It's criminal. Yeah, they're taking all your stuff. So yeah.
Bro, I was just talking to my brother this earlier. I'm thinking I'll get my first face tattoo. This is totally off topic. Like, I wasn't talking about.
Get it.
So, you wasn't tripping when you got yours?
No, actually, I got it. I'm just a big person when it comes to art, so I love tattoos, and I wanted something. I wanted a face tat, and I wanted something that meant something because I'm an emotional baby. So I cry a lot, and the tattoo literally says "Don't cry." And then I came here, and people actually fuck with it. So I actually have like a friend of mine who liked the tattoo so much that she got the same tattoo. Hers is bigger, but she has "Don't cry" under her eye too.
Yeah.
So
I got my hands on my neck tattoo, so I'm not worried about people seeing tat. It's just, I don't know, man. I'm gonna get it, but I'm a little. I've never been nervous. Let me put this. I've never been nervous to get a tattoo.
yeah.
I'm nervous to get a face tattoo. I don't know why.
Why though? Like, why is the face? Like, why is you nervous for the face? It's just because like, don't touch the face.
No, it's just look. Tattoos are like the only thing you can buy that lasts for a lifetime.
Yeah.
Like these, I'm not married. I got kids. When I have kids get married, like they're gonna see this. You know what I mean? And this is the initial though.
Yeah.
This is the initial. You know, so it's just there's no escaping the fact that you have something on your face. You know?
It is. There's makeup and laser removal.
Sure, but you get what I mean. I'm saying like when you're walking around with it, it's just I don't know. I can't tell you to be honest
That's
with you.
the
I'm
badge.
not gonna try to like beat around. I don't know why I'm nervous about it. I'm just nervous about it, and I don't get nervous about shit.
That's maybe just a social badge. Like I love tattoos and art so
for sure.
much
Same,
that
of course, same, yeah.
I have okay. I have tattoos of 2 different guys' name on me, and it's still there.
Sure, yeah.
That's a mistake. I should have it removed, but I don't care because I like tattoos.
But that's the makeup of who we are. When I went out, look, I have a panda smoking a blunt, shooting a revolver.
Nigga, shut up! That shit's so cute.
They have a monkey with a hoodie and sneakers. Like I don't get like. Don't get me wrong. That's
Yeah,
not
I
like,
got an 8-ball music note on my
yeah,
neck.
you know what I mean. It's not that I'm not like nervous like that. Like I don't give a.
No, but that's the thing. Like once
but it's
I
just the
don't
untouched
care.
area is the only untouched. Like I don't know. It's just something that's like.
I look at it like that's an open space. Like oh wow.
One, but that's the one. For example, like I have a monkey wearing a hoodie on them sneakers on my neck, right?
Yeah.
And I don't give a fuck, right? Because I love it. But the face is the one that's like, okay, this is your face. This is the one you really got to think about.
Facts.
Like, yo, this is the one that's like, is always going to be
Yo, you know
seen.
the whole time my zipper been down, you ain't tell me shit. I just want to let y'all know that. You know what I'm saying? This is love.
All right, so obviously you said Michael.
Oh, before that, but like, get a face tattoo. Like, just a small one. It's really cute.
I'm going to start small.
Like, look at
right
where
here.
I did it. Like, this is also Macavision. Like, I got 3 eyes. Right here is, I hope I'm pointing right. It's somewhere in this area. I got like a 3-eye tat.
You right there. Your fingers.
Okay,
literally
yeah.
on it.
I have them on like both sides.
Word.
Yeah.
No, they're dope tattoos.
Yeah, that's Macavision.
Yeah,
Like, so if you get them small, you'll forget. Like, I do have a tat on my face. It's crazy. Like, you'll forget. It's not as...
I don't know about forgetting.
You'll forget. I promise you.
Think so?
Yes. Especially if it's like something here. It's really cute. And
No, I'm going to get my one right here. Literally on my eye right here. That's my
See,
first
and
one.
that's why I got something
I'm
small.
going to get it like this month or next month.
Yeah, get something small. It's really cute.
Yeah, I'm Puerto Rican. I'm going to get the Taino frog. It's just a little simple.
Yes, get it.
Yeah,
Please,
yeah,
get
that's
it.
all it is.
Yeah, get it.
But
It's going to be so cute.
obviously Michael Jackson obviously is a big influence on who you are and your music and career.
Yeah.
If besides Michael, you know, and I'm not one of those guys where if I like an artist, like I hate people who like artists, but then like if we let's say have a top 5 conversation, like I'm real about my shit. I'm like I love Kid Cudi,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna put Kid Cudi top 5 rappers of all time just because
Right.
I love him that much, right?
Right.
So besides obviously the masterminds of this you know art form that we love, I'm a big Erykah Badu fan.
I love Erica.
I saw Erykah Badu coming out of Lollapalooza backstage when I was like 13. She looked me in my eyes, and that's like the first time I felt something for a woman ever.
Did you like?
So shout out to her. She had an afro and everything. It was
Did you get
beautiful.
to see her walk away?
Yeah, she went to the limousine. I was backstage. She was coming out. And she
Erykah
stopped
Badu
and looked,
booty.
and those eyes. Yup.
The eyes are, but Erykah
Yeah,
Badu
she got
ass.
I'm saying. I
God
experienced the whole
damn.
thing. It was very overwhelming.
That shit sits, bro. It
And her
sits.
daughter looks just like her.
Oh my
It's just
God,
as
she's
beautiful.
so beautiful.
But,
She just made a beautiful thing. Just Erykah Badu is
and
just
she
a
got
beautiful.
kids with Jada Tronica and 3 Stacks. That's crazy.
And
That's your baby daddy,
you
so-
mean Flute Man?
Yeah. And
Yep.
the,
Flute Man.
But so like a Kid Cudi.
No,
Common,
before we had this conversation,
Yeah.
you excited for this album?
Yeah.
For this Flute album?
Well, I mean, I think this is the first time I hear about it, but now I'm excited for it.
Nope.
I don't know what's happening.
Yeah,
So
Andre
right now-
Andre is dropping a Flute album on the 17th.
Sure. Yeah. I like 3 Stacks. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a crazy 3 Stacks guy. I respect 3 Stacks.
No.
Seen that.
No.
I feel like sometimes
Uh-uh.
Big Boy doesn't get enough credit.
He
but I'm not
doesn't.
going to get into that whole thing.
Yeah,
Right now.
the real shit. I agree with you.
Because,
Like he doesn't.
Look, Three Stacks don't have a lot of body of work. He don't have an individual album. Now I'm super excited to hear this because it's a whole individual album. Like Speaker Box and Love Below was still a split album. So for me,
It's still a split album.
I think Three Stacks is incredible. Let me give
God,
him flowers.
I
Three
literally
Stacks is
look
fucking
at Speaker
incredible.
Box and Love Below as their individual albums.
Sure, that's fine, but he only has one. So when people
Well, yeah,
like,
yeah,
give
he only
him,
has one, yeah.
give him like all this shit. I think it's great. I think it's awesome. I think he is an incredible talent. I'm excited. I'm gonna be right there when it drops like everybody else. But I'm not gonna say I'm a huge like Three Stacks guy. You know what I mean?
I'm
But
a huge
excited, though.
three.
I'm
a
not
huge
excited about
Three
it.
Stack fan, and I am not excited whatsoever about this fucking flute album. And this is why.
Okay, took a turn.
Yes,
Talk to us,
this
okay.
is why. Okay, so boom, we love Three Stacks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is just what it is. I used this example. I think earlier today I was talking to my plug, and I'm like, so you go home for Thanksgiving, your mom cooks. She has this special dish that she cooks for you, right? She's been cooking this dish for you for, let's say, 20 plus years. And then when you go home, you realize this dish that she makes for you is now made of tofu.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mind you, you're not a veggie. You're not a vegetarian. You don't eat tofu.
This is interesting. This is
You
going,
never
okay.
had tofu a day in your
Right,
fucking life.
right.
And then when you look at your mom, you like, yo, ma, what's up with this? Like, what's up with the food? Like, is this a thing? Well, this is something new I'm having. You eat that because this is what I'm doing. So what about the old thing? You know, I usually come for that. Yeah, it's none of that. You gonna tell me? You gonna tell me? No.
Yeah.
It's something I just gotta take.
Right.
So now you chewing on this tofu ass food like,
Right.
no, I'm not about to lie to Andre and say that I want this flute. You want bars. Andre been rapping since he came out.
Okay,
it is
I was
what
confused.
we
I thought
get.
it was just, he's literally playing a flute.
Yes. See,
See,
you
I
didn't
know.
see the. Thank
no,
you.
I'm sorry, I just found out about it right now.
Yes,
no, I'm
he
totally
he has a.
Oh,
It's
it's not a hip hop album.
It's
just a
not
flute
a
band.
hip
I
hop
thought it was
album.
just like a conceptual thing.
He
he's
even
playing the flute.
Yes, even on the album, and he even said on Twitter because he has an interview on the album on the front cover. It says warning,
Sheesh.
no bars.
Okay.
He puts a warning out and he says no bars. He's not rapping whatsoever.
Okay,
and
I
he
will
had
say
to,
this: if someone's taking a leap like that, either the shit's the one I'm gonna give me the most incredible music things you ever heard, or it's just gonna be horrible. Because that's just so far out there that what even encouraged them to do a flute album?
I don't know. I
I've
feel
heard
like
of someone here playing a flute before a whole album. in my
it was
life
so
anyway.
many people that was going in on this man. It was like, yo, him and Lizzo need to do a collab album.
hilarious.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
hilarious
Like
as fuck.
I'm.
When did this news break?
Today.
Oh, it had just today. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
today. So people on Twitter going in, they're like doing a whole bunch of
Yeah,
different like
Twitter. Okay.
Lizzo
That
memes
little,
and shit.
hey,
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
very interesting.
See, I feel like because I'm also like I
Yikes.
love jazz. So
Sure.
if he would have did the album and the album was like it featured Alex Isley, it was produced, co-produced with Robert Glasper.
So, it's just like a
you
Kenny G
had
shit?
like
It's just him playing the flute every track.
it's just him playing the flute.
Shit might be hard.
Not
man.
impressed.
It might be hard.
I'm
Who
gonna
knows?
listen to it and try to give it as much as
Is there
possible.
one of those like secret? He's just gonna drop it one day and just let everybody hear it.
No,
Or he
he's
has a set date?
he's been promoting it. Yeah, it comes out the 17th.
The 17th.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got something to look forward to.
Ah,
Anyway, so yeah, so like those are some of my people. Like I couldn't be here without Lupe, a comment. I couldn't be here without Cuddy. I couldn't be here without like an Erica. I couldn't be here without certain people. If you got to say thank you to someone besides Michael Jackson that has influenced you, that you go to when you need inspiration, you go to and you just marvel at their work, who would that be?
I shouldn't say it's corny, but I sometimes think it's corny. But I always go to Jay-Z.
Well, why is that? Yeah, Jay-Z.
It's-
Why is that? It's whole. Why is that corny?
Cause
Is it expected? You think?
no, actually, it's a lot of people that I see nowadays that like they forgot why people marvel over that man.
Don't go listen to the Blueprint albums. What you mean?
Go listen, please.
That's when I became a whole fan. The Blueprint.
Blueprint.
Albums. I wasn't really a whole
The
fan.
Black
until
Album.
Into the Blueprint and
The
moving forward.
like just all of them. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. Like listen to them all. Like he's a poetic man. You know what I'm saying? He knows how to make music, and his albums, especially when he did the Unplugged album for MTV, and all he
Questlove, yep.
You know what I'm saying? And then
Take over, breaks.
a lot of, you know what I'm saying? And then he ended up doing. It's like a lot of his albums are really good, and the fact that he knows how to go from making something that's rap and it's hard and you feel it in the album, and then he can also make that live, and you can feel the same feel from the album.
Yeah, that's Young Guru, his musical director too. Talking about a team, Young Guru.
So
incredible.
like, I am.
You ever heard the Frank? I don't know if you ever heard the Frank Ocean and Jay-Z joint.
Yeah,
That's Magna Carta.
that was on that Thrones album, right?
That's literally his first verse on that song. The only Christopher we acknowledge is Wallace. Like that, literally first verse is one of the greatest pieces of like rap, in my opinion, I ever experienced. I wasn't happy for the album. I was like, what does Jay-Z still have to give? I was one of those guys, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And that's the first song on the album.
Yeah.
And the topic, the Frank Ocean vocals, and that when he hits with that first verse, the second verse is good too. It's just not that first fucking verse. I was like, holy shit, that song. I listen to that song before I do a show or do music. To this day, I'm not even a huge Jay-Z fan, but that's,
and that I think that
shit's incredible.
That the fact that you can watch that, you know what I'm saying? Like I've been watching that man's career for a long time, and he still continues to impress me.
Yeah.
And I think that really gets to me. You know what I'm
seen
saying?
the Book of Hove in the Brooklyn Library? You got a chance to see anything about that?
No.
So it's literally his team took over Brooklyn Library, and it's literally like they made specific art pieces. Just go look at it, because I don't want to butcher it. It's
Yeah.
literally his whole career as you walk through this gala in the Brooklyn Library.
Oh, that's crazy.
They even have Hitline Studio. They even have like everything that Jay-Z's career was is there.
Okay.
And they make special art pieces. It's incredible.
That's beautiful. I would love to go to that. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Even when he pull up to the actual museum, his lyrics are all over the walls.
Oh, God.
No, they did a fucking great job. They did an incredible job.
See, that's the type of stuff that you know what I'm saying? Like, he's a billionaire, he's this, he's that, but he's been able to transcend in art for a few decades, and I respect that. That's just something I respect.
He wrote for Michael Jackson. He wrote for Dr. Dre. He's written for people we don't even...
He's written for Linkin Park. He's written for a lot of people.
He's I would say this. He is definitely, you saying you're like the single queen. He definitely showed the power of a single. Having those every summer, having a hit single for 55 years.
It's like there was a time when you could, like, summer couldn't without you, like, yo, where Jay-Z? I know he's going to drop something. Yeah. Like, you look for the way people at one point in time look forward to Drake's music, Jay-Z was a part of that. You know what I'm saying?
Jay-Z literally never fell off.
See,
makes that album right now.
That's how I feel. But there are people who feel different, and you can't. You know, like everybody has their feels about it. So I'm not gonna knock it, but it's just
like me. I'm different. I'm biased. I'm not gonna tell you I'm gonna stand for Jay-Z, but I'm not gonna deny who he is. Yeah. Like Jay-Z never fell off. When he wanted to go away, he went away.
And then when he came back, he came back.
He came back
and
with
it was
Blueprint 3. He came back with Otis. He came back with when he get the conscious shit, the more adult rap with the story of OJ and 444. Like, there's no... I mean, the dude never fell off. He's Stalin. You know what I mean? Not to say he's a bad guy, but Stalin led his empire to the day he died. He never fell off.
So good.
No, but yeah, and I'm gonna ask you, I never was a Jay-Z fan. I thought... Because when... My opinion, besides Reasonable Doubt, when you brought those Dynasty albums, those rock... Like, to me, only the singles were the only real good songs on those albums. When Blueprint 1 and 2 came, they will skip free music.
Yeah.
And mind you, we come from the era, which I try to explain to people, we come from the era where we brought an album, the CD.
Yeah, you listen to the album.
Sat down in a room with your people.
And you listen to the album.
85 times over and over, and that's it. You went over bars. There was no Instagram. You couldn't look at what he was wearing unless you got like a Vibe or a Source.
Right.
Or XSL. Like everything was just literally the art, the music. That's all that mattered. That's why music was so different and intricate, and you know, lyrics matter, all that shit mattered back in the day. You being a female artist, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to go too much longer. Let me ask you this, right?
Okay,
and this is the thing that I will, not a critique, but something that, besides like Rhapsody, right?
Yeah.
When I listen to a lot of female artists, because again, we come from an era where the biggest people were lyrical.
Yeah.
When you looked at I was on this with Azaru, like, people act like when they make a single, it can't be lyrical. My favorite single is Made You Look by Nas. That's a lyrical single that you play in the club, people went crazy over. You know what I mean? They moved to, they danced to, right? When I look at the spectrum of female artists that are running the game right now, this is just me. I'm not trying to sound like a hater. This is just me. I don't sit down and say, yo, I'm not calling someone, yo, did you hear that bar or that metaphor or that verse or that song concept that and I love the ass shaking. I love looking at the ass shaking. I think it's dope. It's incredible. All that other shit. But you as a female artist, where's the importance with you to make music that matters? To make music that look, we can have fun with music and we make records like that. But you also have the joints where you sit down and say, yo, that shit's hard. Like to have that moment, someone say, yo, that shit, I'm gonna listen to that again, or I'm gonna listen to that when I'm going through whatever situation is going on in my life. There's a lot of fun going on right now. There's not a lot of like.
I get what you mean.
Yeah.
It's more of like because for me, like you said, Made You Look was you know what I'm saying, like prominent for you. Like for me, God damn it, I just had the song in my head. I just had a song. Okay, for me, Miss Fat Booty is prominent for me.
Oh well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, right, it's most deaf,
Yes.
but
Baby.
you know what I'm
That's
saying?
so fat you can see it from the
Right,
front.
and she came
But that's
with
a
the
bar
same
right
type
there.
game, the type
That's
of
a
girl
bar.
giving out the same. You know what I'm saying? Like it
Storytelling,
was.
yeah.
See, the storytelling was for me.
Yeah.
When you told a story, because of the era, bars came. They came. You just couldn't help it. As storytelling evolved with different type of artists, you got different people telling their stories a different way.
Sure.
So bars for me are important, but I don't write for bars. I don't write to try to like compare and make this big
Right.
thing.
Maybe I
It's
used the
more
wrong words. I meant more just music that just has
no, I mean,
substance
no,
to
yeah,
it.
yeah, the substance, like, but that's, I'm kind of
Yeah.
like getting to that, like, cause when I write, I came from the poetry aspect of it, so my way of like talking with substance, or what you would say lyrical, is really honestly just me liking Shakespeare. Shakespeare talks in a certain way with details, how you describe something. So, your words need to be as visually enticing as it sounds.
That's a very good way to put it.
So, you know what I'm saying? If you can get away with rapping something and they can picture it and feel it, then oh my God, the visuals when you actually do the video should be fucking awesome. And then if you can capture it without even giving them an actual visual, like a physical copy, you've did something with that. And I've always just been attracted to artists who know how to tell a story. And you know, I think I just, because when I first started writing, I used to write stories, poetry, and R&B music. Like that was just you. If you knew how to write, you just wrote about shit. You know what I'm saying? And be completely honest, little sex stories. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. But that's how you grow. And then you find your Jay-Z's and your Mos Steps, and then you run into your Beyonce's, and then your Queen Latifah's when she was doing shit, and then like more artists today of like, well, not today, but musical shit with Brandy and Tweets and Missy and anybody that fucked with the Timbaland squad with Genuine and Aaliyah and Magoo and like those people. Out of Q-Tip, I love Q-Tip. I love everything that he was a part of. I love
There's great
like
production too.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Had a hand in a lot of
and
shit,
mind
yeah.
you, if it wasn't for Q-Tip and his squad, we wouldn't know who Busta was, because that was kind of who introduced Busta to the scene.
Yeah, leaders of the new school. Niggas,
Yes,
all
you know what I'm
that,
saying? So like, those were storytelling motherfuckers. Like you could hear something and be like, "Yo, this is a bop," and like you heard what he was talking about, like, "Oh shit!" And within that, you would get bars. You would get these descriptive stories that you can like be in your car, or you're at home and you feel like you're there with them. You know, Eminem was beautiful for that.
Oh, absolutely.
Beautiful for that. You know what I'm saying? Marshall knew how to fucking tell a story. I think that's where I come with that. So like, if you get a bar from me, that was me just trying to find a way to really describe some shit to you the best way I can. But I don't look at it like a bar.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because like I like ciphers. I'm really like, me and my baby like to watch ciphers a lot. So bars are like important, but
Yep.
I don't know how to do it. Like there are other rap artists, like female artists out here that can go bar for bar, and I'll be like, I don't.
Yo, how'd y'all feel about the Papoose Remy Ma thing, man?
Yeah, the cheat. Oh fuck.
They look exactly alike. I
Alright.
saw somebody and it said that Remy Ma don't like chins, man.
Yo, shut up, no.
That shit was
Okay,
hilarious.
whenever he called her out, you could see the look on her face. Her face broke. You know what I'm saying?
Talking about the Geechee, the Gotti battle? No, I'm talking about just in general. Just how like that was the example of black love. He did a bid with her, like, and And then
Nah.
the way, like the rollout, it's not that they
Yeah,
broke
nah,
up.
it's not even that.
It's
I just
the
did,
way, like it was.
I didn't
the
look at him
world
like
saw
that.
It was
I
odd.
wasn't part of that world. I did
Okay.
not look at Remy and Papoose
Okay.
as black love.
Okay.
I didn't, cause it was just y'all had some kids together. She got locked up on some dumb shit, and you stayed because that's good. That's good shit. But
He's a visitor every day. She has to tell him to stop visiting her every day.
right. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
then kind of to me, even though that looks like that's dope, but like on the other side of it, if it was like the guy that was locked up and the girl was just like, I was visiting him every day and like it was hard for me to like feed my kids and it was sometimes that I couldn't. Bitch, if you don't get your shit together, your man locked up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like. And just because the story was Papoose doing it, and those are two celebrities, and we know them as rappers and shit, like no, bro,
You wasn't drinking the Kool-Aid, is what you said.
I was not, because to be honest with you, I felt like, bro, you wasted a lot of time when you could have been pushing your music. A lot of time. Like, yeah, your wife was locked up, but you're Papoose.
Yeah, I try to explain this to people. Serena Dream, the hype of Papoose, his first album, was insane.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking about ciphers, he did the BET cipher when like BET just started doing their ciphers, and he killed that shit. But the hype for Papoose was the hype of any like up and coming artist you could
Right.
possibly think of.
Right.
And he didn't live up to it, obviously.
And he didn't, because what let me down, which a lot of people will probably like disagree with me with, but he ended up doing that ABC freestyle, and it pissed me off. That shit was long, and it wasn't impressive. It like
You going in on
ran its
Papoose?
course. I
God,
don't.
dude.
That's how I feel.
You was disappointed. He just
I was
didn't live
very
up to his potential
disappointed.
or something?
No, it was just that in particular. I was like, bruh, you're corny. Stop it. That was it.
No props with the ability to do an ABC freestyle.
Nope, because we know more. It's more. We can. Good job.
You're more than that,
You've been
is what
doing
you're
that. You've been doing that since we know that you know how to freestyle, Papoose. Good job.
Right.
Especially like every time Remy. It's every time Papoose freestyle. Papoose freestyle. Sit your ass down.
That you guys, what was that Love and Hip Hop? You was watching Love and Hip Hop?
No, this was an interview. Listen, he was.
General, I got you.
Yeah, this was something that like that ABC freestyle that got me because it was like at first it was this is hard. Oh shit, he's a K.
Yeah.
Oh shit, he's an O. Oh, he's gonna do the whole thing? Bet. Oh, he's a Z. Oh, he's going backwards? Oh, we still here. All right. What else is on? What else is on? Like, once people start doing that shit, it's like, come on, Papoose. So, I don't know. He never really impressed me.
Got you. Are you you're not a fan of any of his music? Got you.
He's a good freestyler. He's a good rapper. I'm not a big fan of him.
Got you.
Yeah. So, like, anytime it's like, Remy Ma, oh, that's crazy.
Oh, yeah. So I'm sorry. So back to the question. So who is, for you, a person you would say thank you to? As far
like
as impacted you. Like, for me, as I said, it's like, Lupe, Kid Cudi, Eric.
See, I would always want to say thank you to Jay-Z because I really fuck with him. It was,
Jay-Z,
but to be honest with you, when it comes to like with my career, my career, it's Missy.
Missy?
It's Missy automatically. She's the reason why like you want to make crazy ass videos. You want to be good on your visuals. You want to sing and have harmony back vocals while you're rapping. Like she's a part of all that. You know what I'm saying? Her performances are crazy. Her pen is fucking amazing. Her ideas are amazing. Like she has been the one half or the percentage or whatever you want to look at of Timbaland's sound, Aaliyah's sound, Genuine sound, Total sound, 702 sound. It was a few R&B groups that were out that she helped out. She wrote songs for different people. Right. She helped out Little Kim, Eve, Little Mo.
She's the pinnacle of that era.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and she had her hands in all of that shit. Like, she changed sound. Like, it's, I watched
and she lost like 300 pounds.
Yeah, that's kind of the only thing I don't like.
Did she lose weight?
That she lost too much weight.
Yeah,
she lost too much weight.
Older, she made all that bread, just all that.
No, I know. I feel like it's because I think Missy Elliott had like a certain health issue. Mm-hmm. So I know that the weight for her to continue to live with that health issue, she needs to lose the weight. Right. But it's like now she's so stiff. When she was a little bigger, that bitch moved. You know what I'm saying? Like, she fucking did some shit. And now she's, I'm the bad bitch, Missy. Oh, God, she gonna bend over and break a fucking spine.
That's what I'm saying. Probably age too, caught up.
See,
by the time specter of no one.
And if she just had a little of that back on there, you wouldn't be able to see the stiffness. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be able to tell that age. But that's just like Janet. Janet lost a lot of weight, and you could see in her neck how she started to age. Janet Jackson has been beautiful forever, but as soon as like she lost that weight, you could start to see the age like right up in here, and then she gained a little bit of it, and then it started to sag, and yeah, shit.
Word,
Oh
word,
yeah.
word. Is there anything you can reveal to us on the pod that's coming up soon? Any single dropping or?
Yeah, I got a single coming out called Keebler featuring Yism.
Okay.
That is my shit. It is a vibe. I will say that anytime I feel like Yism J. Code'd me in a world full of Drake, if that makes any sense.
Right, break that down.
So, if you listen to For the Dogs, Drake had a nice mid album. Like it was good for what he wanted to present. But a lot of his features.
That's his last joint, but all right.
Yeah, his last joint. He got a lot of features on there, but the features did really good. And the one feature that stood out the most was J. Cole.
As you probably should.
Right. See, but a lot of people are feeling like, as a rapper, Drake, you know that you had this album coming. How you let this man body you on your song like that? Mm-hmm. But then, because I'm a fan of both of them,
I think it's inevitable, J. Cole.
I think it's more like Drake had a song. He knew, I want J. Cole on here. And then J. Cole gave a verse and was like, oh, yeah, my boy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Drake was like, do that shit. Like, it made him excited because that's what music is. Like, if I'm going to make a song and I feel like this song is like a good song and you get on it and you make it better than I already think it is, nigga, I feel like we in there. And it was some people that was like, Drake, how could you? No, I hope he was excited. I hope he was excited that J. Cole gave him a verse like that. Because now they're going on tour.
Nah, but Cole's been like the king feature for a bit. He had that Bia verse.
Yeah.
You heard that Bia verse?
Yeah, I heard it.
You actually listen to that shit's crazy. Not saying you know what I'm saying.
No, yeah, I heard,
he had the Johnny P. Caddy with Benny the Butcher. That verse is fucking insane.
Yeah.
He had the fuck. I think it started with the 21 Savage verse.
Yeah.
And then he just went on a run of features.
Yeah, he ended up doing he killed that Smino verse that came out, and then he just did the Lil Yachty.
The Lil Durk fucking feature.
Lil Durk was okay. The Lil Yachty is what stood out for me. That Lil Yachty verse was hard. You need to hear that shit. That shit's hard.
I'll hear this just because it's J. Cole. Yeah.
Listen
I don't
to
keep
it.
up with the certain artists. Yeah.
So that was really good. Like, and to be honest with you, listen to it because Lil Yachty went into.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
I respect that. I heard an interview of his. I don't keep up with him, not just because I don't think he's ill. It's just you can't keep up with every artist, and I'm older, so I just can't. We live in a generation that artists that we adore still put out music. So I don't have so much bandwidth. You know what I mean? Yachty just came on in an era that just wasn't for me, and I just never picked up on some shit, right? Yeah. But I saw an interview of him saying that he wants to be able for people to know that he can rap.
Yeah,
like
he can rap.
To him to be able to say,
yes,
yo, I can rap.
Yes, he can rap.
And I thought that when I heard that, mind you, it came up right now. It put a little thing in my mind to where I probably listen to some Lil Yachty. But you're a Lil Yachty fan?
Yes, I love Lil Yachty. Yes, he's very dope.
I know that's Lil Bo's alias.
Yeah, Lil Bo. Like,
I know he's Drake's best friend, and that's about it.
Yeah. I like the dynamic of that. It's actually really cool. It keeps Drake. It keeps Drake looking young. Because to be honest with you, to be honest with you, Lil Yachty is very like his creativity is fucking awesome. Right. So his music is a shit, and I just he can rap. Like I got a song on my playlist right now, but him and Jid did some shit together. You know, Jid can rap his ass off. So if Lil Yachty can stand with Jid, I respect that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Word. All right. Like one of the greatest things in life is the power of discovery. I love finding new music. Mm-hmm. So I'm definitely gonna listen to some new. You gotta give me some joints though, because I'm not gonna go through the catalog and not be interested anymore.
Oh, I have to like definitely like. Sure.
But yeah.
But yeah, like the stuff that I had, it's like just Keebler. Keebler's supposed to be coming out. Yeah, with Yism. I'm working on an album, and I actually want to put out. I want to like get back into like my Dat Piff days and like put out some mixtapes.
Word.
So me and Yism are thinking of putting out some projects where we just like some, and then trying to get out to where I won't be doing any Tampa shows, to be honest with you. I actually want to be reserved for trying to get out on the road, stuff like that. Now, if you got something big and you feel like you got the pockets and you want some Nico there, please hit me up. Please do not be afraid to hit me up. And I have no problem like budgeting.
Yo, some real shit. What I'm saying? For me not knowing you and me being a nobody, like when I reached out to you, you were very well, and that meant a lot to me. You're very welcoming. I will. So if you're out there and you want to work with her, just hit her up.
Yeah, please just
if
hit me
it's
up.
get a no, you get a fucking no. But at least she's you're cool as fuck. I would co-sign that for sure.
Thank you.
That meant a lot, yeah.
See, I'm hoping that goes into the brand. Like like when you see J. Cole is not like he's not a flaunty person. You know what I'm saying? I think that's like the southernness that we feel in North Carolina, that you don't want to be too extra. You just want to give that homebody feel.
Yeah,
and I want to continue to give that. You know what I'm saying? So
and you're achieving. You're definitely
Thank
achieving
you.
that for sure. Yo, December 13th, my album launch. You are performing.
yes, and we're performing. Yo,
That's pretty
Sagittarius, power up. Let's go.
Are you gonna perform a couple songs though besides mine? One?
Yeah, so
Just one?
if that's the case, you let me know that we're doing flowers, so I can put
No,
that
we
in
are
the
doing
set.
flowers.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so
my
will that
album
be a
release
part of my
is
set?
kinda,
Or?
well, I'm gonna explain. So my album release, the way I'm doing, that's not an album release, it's a launch. So yeah, I'm doing the show specifically, and I'm documenting it now, so someone steals my shit. It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
So for me, what I'm doing for the show is that I'm not having a set. So I'm literally performing throughout the whole night.
Okay.
So what I do, for example, we have a song together, so I'll perform the song with you, and then you do your set.
Okay.
And then I'll perform a song, and then I'll introduce someone. So that way, people are not waiting for my set. I'm just performing throughout the whole night.
Gotcha.
So so we'll
So
do,
basically, it's a part of my set.
yeah. So I'll do the song with you, and then I'll let you rock out. But I know you said you want to do a light set because you were kind of busy. So I
Yeah,
know it's
so-
just one or two or one song is fine. That doesn't whatever you want to do.
Oh, really?
But I don't give a fuck if you want to do 2, 3, 1. It's whatever you want to do besides our song.
Cause we have we've discussed how we have DM discussions about this. You want me to do 2 songs? I thought
Look,
this was a.
I have a lot going on. I'm a little older. All I know is that you said that you were busy and you want to do a light set. So
Right, but
my
because
opinion
see,
of a
but
light
that's
set
so that's what I said.
is
But
one
you
or two or
remember,
whatever.
because you remember, like we've discussed like budgeting about this whole
Yeah.
show. So
Yeah.
I was gonna give you what you're paying for.
Yeah.
Okay, so no, light set to me is like 15, 20 minutes.
Jesus, that's a light set.
That's a light set.
Oh,
A light set.
no.
A
I
light
thought,
set
yeah,
for
I
me
mean-
is 15 minutes, like 15, maybe
That's a
20.
great light
and
set,
then
man. Yeah,
and then a
okay.
regular set is 30.
Right, I got you. No,
Yeah.
I thought you just, the way you were saying, I thought you just do like one song after we did Flowers.
No, I can come and give you a show.
That's
like
fine.
you're
I mean, you're in my budget.
You know,
Yeah,
so
I'm
that's
gonna
what I'm
pay you
saying. Like
anyway. Yeah.
I'm not just gonna give you 2 songs. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
yeah,
bro,
yeah.
you got me.
Oh, that's cool. That's
got
what's up.
me.
Hey, it's a great night, man. I'm excited. Look,
Now, if the room permits it to where you only need me to do 2 songs, then we need to talk about that. So yeah. So like, but it's
Yeah.
So you got me
I'm glad.
for either
I'm pretty sure I was going
15
to talk
or
to you
20.
before the show anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll work out the deets for sure. But it's a great atmosphere. I mean, look, I picked the people I picked because if I was going out to a show, that's what I would want to see.
Yeah.
And I know you've done shows already with like Azar and Vern. I know that's nothing like new or anything like that.
Yeah,
But-
those are like my babies. So it's gonna be like a family
But
affair.
I'm
I love doing
super
shows with them.
excited, and we have Nexus Minotti performing as well. We have Eternals artist Omelo performing. We have this new girl that I gotta show you.
Mm-hmm.
Her name is Blackheart.
Okay.
She's a fucking star.
She's a
I
rapper,
don't
singer,
say that very
poetess.
often.
Like what is her genre?
She's like more of like an R&B new age singer.
Bet.
But her look, who she is, if she ever sees this, I'm very excited for what she'll do in music. And if I could put her on a stage, then that's my absolute blessing to do. You know what I'm saying? But Blackheart's fucking incredible. One of those girls who just like wants to do music, was doing it on her phone. I run smoke shops, so I'm always out with people.
Mm-hmm.
And majority of the people that I run across talk about manifestation.
Yeah.
When I want to do music again, my smoke shop's a mile away from my house, and I said I want to do music again, but I just had like 3 back surgeries. I couldn't go to LA, back home to Chicago, New York. I was like, God, I believe in manifestation like a motherfucker. I was like, I want to do music, bring the people to me, my business partner. Everything I've done in music has done, people literally have come to me, and I've just seen that they're talented, and we just worked on it.
Yeah.
That's literally been the past year. Anyway, she came into the shop. I was like, bro, like, you do music? One of those things, like, obviously, that she's an artist. And, yeah, I'm really excited about her. So, Blackheart, I'm excited to hear her perform. But it's a good night. It's a cool night. I have a guy named Frederick Barnes, who's a talented artist. Works from 1920. It's kind of like his home base in Ybor, the art gallery.
Okay.
But when I'm performing, I never said this to anybody yet. When I'm performing, his art will be on screens as I'm performing.
Okay. Good.
So it should be a cool night. And Hoochah Hive got great fucking food. If anyone's never eaten there, it's
Yeah,
like a
they
little
got
hidden
wonderful
gem.
food. They
Their
got this.
food is good, dude.
They got this. This truffle duck that we had last Saturday. My DJ, like after we performed at Hooch and Hive, we ended up like first of all, baby ordered some wings. Them wings are amazing. So we had like some wings and was it some tater tots? Fries? Wings and fries? Something like that. And them things were amazing. And then after the show, they have this truffle duck type thing. Oh my
Which is
god,
incredible.
this
I
shit
didn't
was
hear
so
about it. Yeah.
good.
I had
Yes.
their fish sandwich with mustard Brussels sprouts.
Oh my god, yeah, they got some good ass
Yeah,
shit. Like
so-
I kind of want to go just to
And
eat
I
there.
didn't know that was such like a hub for like dope music.
Oh
I
yeah.
only been there twice.
Oh yeah, yeah. They have good performances there,
Yeah.
like hip hop and everything. Like their genres are they
The dude
stretch.
school that owns it. So yeah. Anyway, I'm excited you're coming out. It means a lot. Yo, thanks for doing this. Thanks for coming
Thank
out and
you.
just having a conversation with me.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
I'm here.
Fan for sure. I appreciate you. Thank you guys for taking out the time. It means a lot, man.
Thank you for allowing me to be on Flowers. I appreciate it. Thank you for even inviting me out. I
I'm
think
really
this was
excited
cool.
to share that with
Y'all
the
stop
world,
hating on me
man.
and bring me to more interviews. Like if you need me to pop out a nipple, whatever, we'll talk about in the budget. So,
Talk about it in the budget. That
Yeah.
part. Yeah. And also with the album too. No, I'll talk to you after. Yo, EO Radio, Nexus Minotti. Appreciate you. ICS Records, live and direct. Branded by Money. Go check out the merch. December 13, Mold Breaker Genesis launch is in full effect. We'll be releasing a couple songs. And whoever sees this, I'm not releasing the whole album at once. I'm just releasing 2 songs every like 2-3 weeks.
Oh yeah, that's a
Visual
good
songs.
rollout. That's a good rollout. Yeah.
Because when you do the study, you realize that like most people who release albums, let's say on whatever platform, the first 2 songs always get the most attention, and no one ever pays attention to the 3 through 10, or
Yeah.
3 through 7. So I'll be releasing it slowly throughout like the
It's
first 4 months.
it's an actual formula for that. If you follow how Doja did her rollout, it's a formula. Like you basically pick your you go through like I think she had like either a 14 or a 16 track album, and then she has like your boom bap songs, your hype songs, and then she had like one song in the middle. So she pushed her least popular song first, which was Attention.
Wow.
And an Attention grabbed attention, but out of all the songs that she put out for a single, that wasn't her best one. But after she did that, she dropped Paint the Town, she dropped Demons, but it's like every drop was better than the first drop.
Wow.
But if you look at the album,
Yeah.
Attention is I think the last song. It's like at the